What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, friends and family? Y'all know we got after hours tonight. Last night was a dope show. Y'all got to learn how to be patient. You know what I'm realizing? That people don't have patience. Y'all don't have patience. You don't have the patience of Job. You need to pray for the patience of Job. Because when the show first started, it's funny because I was paying attention and I like to see what the sentiment is because I always know that I'm always going to have a good show. If I pull up, it don't matter if it's for an interview, don't matter if it's for a panel, don't matter if it's the Millionaire Morning Show. What up, Tabby? Does not matter what it is. It's going to be lit. There is not a show, there is not a platform, there is not a panel, there is not a conversation that I've had that has not been entertaining. And it's funny because when the show first started last night, and shout out to Q, she'll be back next week, people were like, oh my God, it's going to be such a bad conversation because everybody agrees with each other and there's no opposition. We need to get some craziness. That's how I know y'all toxic. That's how I know y'all toxic. Y'all toxic. You so toxic. You so toxic. Y'all act like y'all want to build together and come together and make sure that we're having productive conversations. You want chaos. You want anger. You want somebody to get chewed out. You want women to go crazy so you can call them modern. That's what y'all want. That's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want us to go crazy. And then it wind up being a lit show as usual because everybody don't necessarily have to disagree in the beginning, but we going to find the nuances, we going to have the conversations and we going to deep dive into it. Yeah, people was feeling some type of way at first. They're like, oh my God, everybody's going to agree. It's not about agreement or disagreement. It's about having a conversation. And the conversations with Anton from AntonDaniels.com are productive conversations. You know what I'm saying? I got to talk about the Breakfast Club. Why I got to talk about the Breakfast Club? Why I got to talk about the Breakfast Club? I see the people feeling some type of way about me. The people feeling some type of way about me. Why is it that when people post stuff and then you have a comment about what they post, they always want to threaten to sue? I'm listening. I've got threatened over my 11, 12-year career on YouTube. I've probably been threatened no less than 200 times. No less than 200 times. Like that playbook is already sailed. That playbook is already so. I don't even think you got enough money to be able to sue a person like me. Because I'm a countersue, and then you're going to have to pay my lawyer fees, and you're going to have to pay for the time that I missed doing things that could have been more productive right after that. I don't think so. I don't think that you got the capacity to be able to come after me because I have some incredible people that work on my team. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop posting stuff. Academics shouted me out last night with Charleston White. Shout out to Academics. Yo, my name is heavy in these streets. My name is heavy, heavy, heavy. I see people local. I see people national. Everybody. I seen a woman did a video about me the other day. She said, he must hate women. He hate his wife. I know he do. Because this is the stuff that he said on the panel, on a previous panel show. She said, I know love. I done been with a lot of guys that know love. You've been with a lot of guys, and that means you don't know love. You don't know what love is? I know guys. No, you know guys that know how to tell you what you want to hear to make you feel better about yourself. You don't know love. That's not love. We in there though. We in there. It's working. It's working. They're exponentially motivating me and they're promoting me by keeping my name in. I mean, everybody eats, right? You talk about me, you get more visibility, you get more views. I get more into the algorithm. My subscriber count go up. The numbers continue to do what it do. We did a measure. I did the numbers. I love the ladies, Sabrina. They know I love the ladies. Nurses love AD. I did the numbers because I got contacted since the numbers. I told y'all, bag chasers. Hey, I just posted the link. I just posted inside of the Patreon the link for Block Club. So make sure you're there. Don't tell the general public. Stop spreading it and man, trying to get your friends that's dusty some visibility into what we got going on so they can level up. No, that is for the bag chasers only. If you want to be a part of the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I did the numbers. Right. And so I got contacted by a major company to come and take a tour so they can come and pitch me and all of this other type of stuff. You know, we lining up for next year. And so I had to, we got a pitch sheet and all of that stuff that basically goes through the numbers. And so my people did the most recent numbers. Hey, Bitcoin Brown, I got to get in touch with Bitcoin Brown because he got to update my website. My numbers ain't nothing like they are now. And so we did the numbers. And so over the last 3 months, because you always want to go quarterly, over the last 3 months, we've averaged between all 4 channels over 75 million views a month. Let me give myself a round of applause. 75 million views a month. And then on top of that, I think it was something like almost 4 million watch hours a month. And something. It's something crazy, right? And so it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's absolutely a blessing. But the point of me bringing that up has nothing to do with the numbers. Y'all know what the numbers are. It is what it is. The point of me bringing that up is if you want to get in contact with me, I'm still not hard to find. Listen, I'm not. Somebody in the chat says, Anton, what do you think it'll be like to be a celebrity? I don't know. I would never consider myself a celebrity. I'm D-list, Z-list, D-list all day long. I'm a C student. I aspire to be the C of everything. I would never know because I'm so easy to get in contact with. Anybody can email me. I interact with the chat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if anybody wants to get in contact with me, reach out. Because the minute that you start going left, I'm going to go further right, and then it's not going to end up well. You know what I'm saying? I deserve a new watch. John Till, you know what? I don't care about the watch. I'm kind of over the watches. You know what? Today, I got a phenomenal email, and I pulled the permits on 2 more properties. So I always try to have at least 4 properties in flight. And there was one property that I've been fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Because I've been trying to make sure that, I get certain amendments done and can get an expansion and get more room to build and all of that. And I got a good email today. It says, your permit has been issued. Here's the number. And I said that's the best blessing that I can get. That's the best blessing that I can get. Your permit has been issued. And I said, look at God. Look at God working and doing his thing all day long. So watches is cool. Money is cool. Building is awesome. That's the thing that I'm kind of into right now. So we just doing what we do. We doing what we do. Anton is foreshadowed to be a media mogul. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what people keep sending me videos. Hey, Anton, they said this about you. Anton, they said that. Listen, that's not a bad thing. I want y'all to realize everybody that is listening to this right now and everybody that aspires to be a content creator, we got over 1,400 people in here now. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started with the show. Everybody that aspires to be a content creator, if you are aspiring to be a great business owner, whatever it is that you do, I want you to understand that you have to control the media. You have to put the bait out there, let people take the bait, and if they don't take it, keep putting it out there. Keep putting it out there. You know why? Because they're going to get hungry one day. And so when they want to get hungry, when they want to get their views up and stuff like that, they're going to say stuff. And when they say stuff, that is not a bad thing. The worst thing that could ever happen to you as a content creator is if nobody cares about what you say. Nobody cares about what you say. That is the worst thing that can happen to you. Listen, stop tripping if they call you a name. They call you out your name. They say you don't represent the city you from. We hate you, whatever. That's not a bad thing. That's a beautiful thing. I call that the Mayweather effect. It's called the Mayweather effect. It means that they're checking you out. They're going to watch the fight to see you lose. Half of the people going to watch the fight to see you win. Some people is just going to observe. But as long as they watching, listen, watch hours. That's what you should be caring about. What? Not subscribers, not views, watch hours. Watch hours, watch hours, watch hours. That is where you make your bones. All right? Don't trip about it. Stop getting butt hurt. Listen, they just talking. Let them talk. Let them get their stuff off. Oh my God, I can't believe they said this about you. Okay, so what's the problem? I talk about other people. I react to other people. They can react to me. They can say whatever it is that they want to say. Now, some people get overly disrespectful, but that's just the rules of the game. It comes with it. Don't trip about it. Embrace it. Leverage it. Anything that happens to you, around you, about you, leverage it. Leverage it. Your first thought should be, oh man, how can I take advantage of this opportunity? I got their ear. Are they listening? What's going to be my next play? Everything you do, listen, chess moves. Stop focusing on how you feel and start focusing on how you can monetize it. Chess moves. And when you get really good, you'll start being able to put certain things out there, knowing how people are going to react to it in order to get more visibility. You're going to control the narrative. Controlling a narrative is not necessarily using your platform. Controlling a narrative is knowing what you're going to put out, that people are going to respond how you want them to respond so that you can capitalize off of it. It's all good. Good and bad, it all comes along with it. It's all good. Everything that's being said is good. Use it. Leverage it. I see people all the time. They be banning people out of their chat. Why are you banning them? That's stupid. I mean, I shouldn't be telling you this, but why are you banning people that hate you? That would be like, that's like you doing a prize fight and you don't only want people to come that's going to cheer for you. No, I want people to come that's going to spend their time, money, energy, and going to give me them watch hours. I don't care about that. I want people that's going to engage in the chat. I want people that's going to Like, I'm not going to close off my gate so that you wouldn't be able to pay to get in. I want you to come and enjoy the fight. I want more views. I want everything. So I've never looked at it as a bad thing. I've always looked at it as a benefit. I never understood seeing the Breakfast Club interview. What Breakfast Club interview? What breakfast? All right. What are we talking about here, guys? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club. What Breakfast Club interview are y'all talking about? Oh, Dame Dash is on the Breakfast Club.
We are the breakfast, and I've already, and I, the title of the book, I secured no debt.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it on After Hours tonight. Dame Dash is on the breakfast. Yeah, but that thing is like an hour long. We're gonna wait until people start finding the timestamps of the stuff that's relevant, and then we'll talk about it. Or maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it today. If y'all really want to talk about it, maybe we'll talk about it today. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, the point that I was making is get your money, King. Stop letting people be so annoyed by what you say. I see people that got large platforms and visibility. They be mad because somebody's saying something about them. Like, bro, you should be thankful that somebody is talking about you. I'm thankful. Oh, man, they care about what you say. Do you know what they said about you? Well, me and my daughter, we hugged this morning and we kissed. And then Rita was like, hey, oh, my God. And so Rita did her thing or whatever. And she made some chicken pot pie last night. Do you listen? Your life is your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they say about you online, that's up to them. When I go home, I cut off the computer, and then when I get online, I'm back working and getting that money again. So live your life. Me and Les was sitting there having a good time chasing each other. She tackled me on the couch. We was laughing. I had the funnest time last night playing with my daughter or whatever, and she talking about how she don't want to go to school. Dad, you gotta call me out tomorrow, please, please. Rita over there warming up some chicken pot pie. Like, live a real life and then get your money online. People that crash out online because people is talking about them, I ain't tripping off that. Somebody said, oh, this other guy had reported on you this long time ago. I went over to their channel. They're not even monetized no more. They've lost their monetization. Ain't that crazy? So that means that you promoting me for free. You promoting me to get more visibility. Let me tell you the real play. All right, let's go ahead and get started into the show. Let me tell you the real play. All right. This is the real play. You listening? Let them bring you the money. Some people say this, right? They say, oh man, they did a live stream or they did a video on you or whatever, right? And if people got their own audience, and so they audience automatic. The same way that the bag chasers love me is the same way that I would assume that their bag chase, or not their bag chasers, but they people love them, right? So you're gonna see a lot of people in the comments that will say stuff like, yeah, I never liked Anton and this and that, right? But here's the key. Let's say they get 20,000 views, right? Let's use a number, 20,000 views. Let's just use 20 for the sake of conversation. 50 total long term in the lifetime of the video, 20,000 views initially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. That's what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. That's what I'm looking for. No, don't go fight them, Tony. They working in our behavior. What am I saying? For all of the people that say that they don't like you, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of the audience that goes over and looks to see what you said. And when they get there, you give them some meat. Because they're going to get here and they're going to say, wait a minute, this dude is entertaining. Hold on, he's kind of right about this. You know what, y'all? I want to be a bag chaser. Your job is to convert. After the hate comes curiosity. After curiosity comes the love. After the love comes the conversion. That's how you win souls. That's how you win subscribers. That's how you win people. When they come, what are they going to think? It's not about whether or not somebody made a negative comment or reacted to you or whatever. When they show up, how is it going to play out? Because I only need 1% of your audience per video. I only want 1% per video. Because they're going to come over here and they're going to say, wait a minute, what's going on over here? What y'all got going on over here? I only want 1% a day. Because some people going to say, man, I used to hate. A lot of y'all right now in here said, I used to hate you when I first discovered you, but I stuck around and I couldn't stop watching your stuff because it kept popping up on my algorithm. And now I'm a bag chaser. How many chasers we got real quick? And then we're going to go ahead and start the show. Because there's enough people in here. We got over 2,000 people in here. The minute that y'all get out of y'all emotions, you're going to run up a bag. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The minute that you get out of your emotions, you will run up a bag, but not a second before and not a second after. Not a second before and not a second after. Is the minute that you get out of your emotions, you will become successful. Oh, man. What are we looking at? Let me see. Audience. Community. No. Dashboard. Insights. There we go. There we go. And that's the number that we want to see. That's the number that we want to see. You always want to see green. You want to see green going up. Active new members going up. So we right there at 19K. We right there at 19K on Patreon. All right. Right there at 19K for the last 30 days. All right. We up 807 new members. Y'all can't even get 807 new subscribers, let alone new members. So we right at 19K active members. All right. We up 807 versus the previous month. 966 new members. I'll let you know when we get to 19K. Listen, we're not tripping off of anything that anybody gives us when it comes to free promotion. We love it. We love it. Marka J says it's controversial talking points the way to grow on YouTube, Anton. No, it's just the truth. Like, you just got to tell the truth based off of what you really believe. If you really believe it, stand in it. If you really believe it, stand in it. And people are going to get upset at the fact that you're so fervent and steadfast in what you believe. All right. Shout out to the Bag Chasers. We got a live stream coming up. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. If you're looking to rock out with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, do so. For all of my content creators, for the ladies that be on TikTok complaining, I can't believe he reacted to my video. Listen, contact me. I might put you on. I can get you some visibility. It's better this way. Come on over. Come on over. It's better this way. We got a lot of active people that's firm in what they believe, and they really believe in the king of the bag chasers. All right. Let me go ahead and read some of the super chats, and then we're going to go ahead and get it popping for the show. We're going to go over 6 subjects. No matter if y'all derail me, we're going to go over 6. All right. So it's best if you want this live stream to go smooth and swimmingly for you not to derail me and allow for me to be able to continue to rock out. Otherwise, it's going to go that other way, and y'all are familiar with the fact that I love to interact with the chat. Mike That Dude, thank you, Mike That Dude, for holding me down, my friend. Spencer Campbell, what up, though? And he said, what up to the bag chaser? Shout out to Spencer Campbell. Yeah. 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 Sid says, AD, I see the play. You moved the Q&A show to after hours to build that as the live streaming platform while the AD channel remains the hub. Sid, you think you know me. You may be a little bit right in that. Billy Ray Valentine says, we build it up. I build it up on the Anton Daniels channel and then I let it run on its own. We love you, AD. Hey, bag chasers. Can't wait for tomorrow. What up, Billy Ray? What up, my baby? What's happening? Jesse V in the building says, would you ever go on Diary of a CEO? That would be fire. Hell yeah, I go on Diary of a CEO. 100%. Jesse V says, just getting home from the gym, feeling fine. And Rule 9. What's up, Jesse? P. Shank in the building says, good morning, Anton Daniels on the Millionaire Morning Show. What up, P. Shank? Mr. Lot says, did you see Adrien Broner get kicked off of It Is What It Is? Nah, let me put that in the Mr. Lot text that to me so I remember it because I want to introduce that tonight. Maybe we can look at that now. OMA says Name Dash aka Debt Dash with a new record label called Debt Gent. Jesus Christ. Jeremy H says some of Dame Dash's people reached out to me too. I ain't gonna say no names though. AD, you need a bat signal. Just watch Jubilee's Millionaires versus Unhoused. The race-based victimhood narrative was over 9,000. Yeah, Brian the filmmaker says email sent. Let's get to work, boss. All right. I like what y'all got going on out here. Let me see what Adrien Broner is talking. Do I want to look at this right now? Or should I do that as pre-recorded content for the Anton Daniels channel? Do I want to look at what Adrien Broner did? Stat had him mesmerized. All right, let me look at this. Now y'all got me curious. Curiosity killed the cat. Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner. Where's Adrien Broner? I don't see anything yet. Oh, is that him right there? Let me pull it up. Let's see what we got out here in these streets. Y'all got me curious. The rail in the show.
I gotta get the money, man. Fuck them niggas.
To be. But the welterweight division.
Right. Stat. I love you.
All right, let me rewind it.
What
Looks.
what the fuck we want to say?
Yeah.
Exactly. You dancing, you was fucking niggas up.
Hey, Mace, my bad, Mace. Hey, that nigga gonna hype a nigga up, man.
Nah, I'm but Mason as well. But not only I'm a fan of boxing, I'm still a fan of yours. But I'm just saying, my first time seeing you, you had the Free Floyd Mayweather shirt on. You was coming out dancing. Not only you dancing, you was fucking niggas up. And
for sure.
And a lot of people, what I really liked about you is that you know how to talk. A lot of people could talk, but they can't fight. A lot of people could fight, but they can't talk. I love the slogan.
Oh, wait a minute. They got it.
I like when them niggas used to get mad when you used to do your interviews after the fight and they be like, don't say this. Nigga, we on cable. What the fuck you mean don't say this? We gonna say what the fuck we want to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, because it's cable. We can say what the fuck we want to say. It's just like the show. We can say what the fuck we want to say.
Exactly, 100%. So when I see you taking off some time.
I'm mesmerized by style.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
Thank you. What the Because why did everybody tell me that? Like, I don't know how to take that.
Now you
like,
gassing it?
No. It's just like if somebody tells you that you look better in person than on camera, then it's like, damn, do I look bad on camera? Like,
No,
you would
I'm
think
saying,
that about yourself too.
No, but you look so good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey, what do you think about the welterweight
You like that
division?
singer.
What's the singer name, baby?
Man, hey, you look like that singer, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you heard it before.
If you're gonna say Coco Jones,
Yes.
then I've been told that a lot.
Yeah.
Coco Jones?
You look dead on her.
Hey, the welterweight division.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Is she that bad?
it right now?
What you waste that?
I'm not gonna say my weight on camera.
Yeah. That's like crazy.
I'm not gonna answer that. No, I'm the way I'm supposed
Jesus
to
Christ.
be. But the welterweight division,
Right. Stat. I love you. The guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad. The welterweight division though is everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. I mean, you see Terrence, he just moved up.
That's why he lost. Because he can't stay focused. That's why he fell off. That's why he got beat up. Because he can't stay. That's why Maidana whooped on him. And he never recovered since he humped on Maidana. Because he can't stay. It's hilarious, though. As a podcast, it's hilarious to see it. Like, I think that it's pretty funny. I think it's hilarious. I want to see. He got kicked out, too. That's why he lost it, man. I'm telling you, look, a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of guys, they get distracted by the box or they get distracted by a woman. Some of y'all don't need a woman that's too bad. Or some of y'all don't need a woman that's halfway decent because you start getting distracted and then everything start being about that. You said she gorgeous? Yeah, man, that's why I call it boxolitis. I might have reached out to her once or twice. Oh, I gotta look in my DMs and see if I did that. Let me see something. I don't think I can log in on the internet. Instagram. I don't know what my password is. You know how you never can get rid of your phone because you don't even remember what the password is that you logged in for? I don't know what my password is. What's my password? I don't know what my password is. That ain't it. Forgot password. What up, R Streeter? We don't need to see that anyway. Let's continue on with the show.
Everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. Everybody moving
If you
up.
fought again, would it be welterweight or 154?
40.
140, going back down.
I would not. Listen, I'm done doing favors.
Okay,
I'm not a 47 pounder.
right.
I'm not. You know, I was just doing favors. But I mean, he from Ohio too. I mean, I'm just done doing favors at 40.
Who would you like to fight at 40?
Everybody. You know. Okay, we,
Who you saying fuck? What niggas you saying fuck you to?
everybody.
Okay, got you.
Fuck them niggas, man. 140. I gotta win everybody. I'm gonna win every belt.
Cap.
If you got a belt at 140 pounds, I'm coming to get it.
Cap.
Who's at 140?
Everybody.
It's a good question. Like he said,
Name knows that are still at 140.
I don't know because like he said, everybody's moving up. And then the thing about it, because
Adrien Broner.
Why you sound so drunk?
Broner, Adrien.
What?
Adrien Broner.
Why is his word so slurred? Is he drunk?
Mace looking up to the 140.
Yeah, I'm looking them up.
All right, let me see. Before we go, because we'll come back to boxing, man. I know we got to get ready to get into some football. My last question is, where's your relationship at today with Tank and Floyd?
Tank will always be my baby brother. That's my baby brother, man.
Right.
You know, last time I seen him, though, that nigga made me cry, man.
Why is that? How?
We was he didn't know I was there. He was at the casino in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Boxers are the biggest gamblers, bro. Boxers and NBA players are the biggest gamblers in the world, bro. And Asian people. Boxers, NBA players, Asian people are the biggest gamblers in the world. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about the sport of boxing that puts people in the perspective that they need to hang out at the casino all the time. I don't know why they always at the casino all the time. Boxers, NBA players, Asian people are the biggest gamblers in the world.
And he didn't know I was there. I grabbed him and we hung together all night. Pause. But we was together.
Put a word
all night,
together, boy.
And then he dropped me off. He dropped me off. And but before I got out of the car, he said, "Here." He gave me every dime he had on him. That shit made me cry because I used to do the same shit for him.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all at the TV show 25-8, all that shit. I know that's your brother, absolutely. And what about with Floyd?
Floyd don't know him no more.
Okay, we guess we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my God.
Just that. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd.
Okay. Well, you ready for football?
Stat.
Today, we are joined with our analyst.
Listen. All right.
Maybe he drunk, but if you that like, it's one thing to flirt a little bit, see what the vibes is, and then whatever, so on and so forth. If she don't give you, all right. So I know some guys don't care, and so they just gonna shoot their shot. This is just my personal opinion. Criticize it, take it for whatever it is that you want. She gotta give you something to work with, bro. Like if a woman is not responding at all, or if she give you like spin you a little, and it's okay to get like rejected. Rejection. A lot of guys think that rejection is bad. Rejection is not a bad thing. If a woman says that she's not interested, that's not a bad thing. I got a boyfriend. That's a rejection. It doesn't matter if she got a boyfriend or not. It's called rejection. You shouldn't ask her if she want friends. Or if she around other guys, oh, that's nice. Okay, cool. That's cool. Rejection. All right? So whenever you shoot your shot, if she don't give you nothing back, leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. If she don't say, you cute too, or, I had looked at your Instagram. Like, if she don't do nothing, she not giving you nothing. She just saying, oh, yeah, everybody tells me that. You got to take a hint, bro. And don't shoot it again. Like, don't reshoot your shot. Just let it go. Innocent flirting is cool, but once you, start shoot your shot and she not giving you nothing to work with, you just got to let it go. And that's not even an L. It's just, we not seeing eye to eye. We not interested in each other, or, I'm not interested in you no more now that you're not interested in me. And you just keep it moving. A lot of guys, oh, I can't believe she rejected. Nah, bro, that's just a part of the game. It's cool. It's cool. Hey, you flirted a little bit. Sometimes flirting is not even a guy shooting a shot. Sometimes like a little innocent flirting may be for content, or a little bit of innocent flirting may just be like just talking and junk like that. And then you keep it moving. It don't even have to translate into nothing. You got to let her shoot her. Like you got to let her throw you the rope. You know what I'm saying? She trying to climb over or no. And if she not trying to climb over, then let her go. That's my personal opinion. And again, I could be wrong.
You know, y'all want to know what's crazy, bro? I really love that nigga, bro. I love him, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Our relationship probably not be. I love the nigga.
That's what's up. I'm pretty sure he love you too, man. Sometimes it be like that, bro. It be like that. So
I know the real static though.
what is it? What's the real static?
Stat.
See, now it's getting awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like at first it'd be like, this nigga fooling, this nigga wilding, he crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? But, and again, I'm giving Adrien Broner some grace because, you know, seem like he in a weird space in his life right now. I'm not really sure if he can figure it out. And at first it was cool, like, this dude is crazy, everybody laughing and stuff like that. Then it started getting awkward. You know what I'm saying? You still doing it? Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? It was like funny at first. Now it's getting weird. Now nobody laughing no more. Now it's getting a little bit quiet every time you say it. Yeah, man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Time to push forward. Time to push forward.
I think you deflect when I ask a question you don't want to answer the stat. And try to go to stat because you don't want to answer the question. If you don't want to answer the question, it's cool because you presented it because we was going to move on. But then you said, I know the real static, so now you leaving a cliffhanger. I guess, can we talk about the real static or do we need to move on? Guess that means move on. You don't want to talk about
there ain't no commercial
static.
breaks, but
Yeah,
it's
man.
okay. It's all right.
No, I would never. I mean, you know, I would never do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I understand 100%. Sometimes some things don't need to be said, but you said what you need to say. So I understand.
I mean, we'll talk though.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah. So now we got to talk football, so y'all know.
Background.
Where did he get kicked out at?
If that's Arabia, I'm Saudi.
I've never heard that before. Never.
Wait, he was shooting a shot at the other chick?
And show everybody who booked the chat. We've had some really good conversations. But to everybody who came on camera and showed their private parts, this is not that. It's not OnlyFans. It's not a chance for you to do that on camera. It is video chat, but just have some decorum when you book. But we've had some really good conversations, so looking forward to the next ones.
Hey Cam, I ain't gonna lie though. If that's Arabia, I'm Saudi.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard that.
This nigga got balls. This nigga got balls.
You Arabia.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah, she's smiling off that. That's balls right there, though.
Yeah.
I see why you was on
never
tour
heard
for a
that
minute.
before.
Yeah, I see why you was on tour. I see why you was on tour, bro.
I am screaming. Well, make sure y'all check out Arabia's page. You heard it from AB. He's Saudi, but we got to get into the football.
Hello.
So we're gonna start with the Bengals. The Jaguars lost to the Bengals 31 to grade 3 turf.
Yeah, the Bengals in the league, bro, and what offense not. And Ed with course worse round for a lot of other injury. You can't get back from injury.
Since Mama's Cincinnati Bengal fan too, so you got it first.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time. Boy.
Hold on. When did he tell him to stop?
Get
I didn't hear him say stop.
Joe Burrow got injured and is expected to get reaction to
position. If you think about your top 4 quarterbacks in the league in no particular order, most people have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, in whatever order you put them in. 3 of those quarterbacks have some sort of offensive line. They have some sort of run game. They have some sort of defense. Joe Burrow does not, and it's been a problem since last season. This season, through 2 weeks, that offensive line is dead last in quarterback hits, the worst with quarterback hits. They are 30th in the league with quarterback pressures. That's just the offensive line. Move on to the running backs. They are the 2nd worst in the NFL.
Philip says, see why
you know
time
what that
stamps
means?
is needed.
Once again,
Yeah.
that's an offensive line problem. It's not a Chase Brown problem. It's an offensive line problem. That means the defense is getting in the backfield or to the 2nd worst that the other top was inevitable due to the receiving duos in the NFL. You can't get him to throw it if he's constantly on his back. Pause. Getting what he had to do. He threw 3 interceptions on the organization.
Hey, because we said Mama Cincinnati Bengal fan too, so you got it first.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time.
Y'all said they probably cut it out. Yeah, they probably did.
For being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But
Y'all said they're gonna play the deleted scenes at 5 p.m. on
not,
YouTube.
though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Nah, well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not gonna sit in and not value your time neither.
That's why I love you, Cam. You a good nigga, man.
He frustrated in the mug too.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. If you want to wait for me, you could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta step out. Thank you, man. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's I knew it was gonna left because Adrien Broner is the type of person, he don't know how to stop. He don't know when to stop. It's like it's almost like he gotta, what's the word that I'm looking for? These are the type of people that can't get right. I remember when Rock Nation had offered him like a big deal or like tens of millions of dollars in order for him to like do a certain fight. I think it was like 5 fights or something like that. And he turned them down and he like talked negative about him and said some real wild stuff about him and stuff like that. And he burnt that bridge. And obviously it seemed like he burned the bridge with Floyd. Gervonta Davis is giving whatever it is in his pocket. I remember he was talking big stuff about how he had a new deal with Don King. When you this type of person, you're usually the type of person to burn all bridges. Like your name can only go so far before your reputation supersedes you. And it don't look like he was sober while he was there. He don't look like he's serious about boxing. And you got to salute Cam. You got to give Cam a little bit of credit for that one. And the reason that you got to give Cam some credit is because Cam addressed it and he protected the people that he was around. And obviously Stat got a boyfriend that's there. And so Adrien Broner is still being disrespectful. And what it does is it put the girl in an awkward position. It put the guy, her man, in an awkward position. And then it put Cam and Mason in an awkward position because it's like, bro, I asked you to stop because obviously it's some deleted scenes. Why y'all saying Cam looked sick? Cam looked regular. He looked normal to me. But anyways, he asked him to stop, and now he gonna keep going because he's saying he don't know how to stop. You making it awkward, bro. You putting me in a bad space. Cam still paid him. And so, I guess that's to also make sure that it ain't no, arguments back and forth. You can't say that I owe you or anything like that. And you keep it moving, man. I knew it, bro. I knew it. I knew that it was going to be something like that. But Cam handled it as best as you can possibly handle it. Stat boyfriend is an AMP member. Oh, okay. So she a part of Kai Cenat's crew. Yeah, it seemed like he warned him several times, and they must have, obviously addressed it. So it is what it is. I don't know. Pretty standard crash dummy type of activity. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification. Manny Plays PC says, I found you randomly on YouTube. 2 minutes in, you went off on a guy, then asked if his girl knew he was gay. I don't even know what you're talking about, but it sounds like something that I would do. Gerald in the building says, would you bring Kwame Brown on one of the shows? Yeah, Kwame is my guy. I rock with Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown is cool. I done pulled up on Kwame Brown's platform, showed him some love, all of that type of stuff. Yeah, Kwame is my guy. Shout out to Kwame. Cuddy says, Broner got kicked out for being a creep. Dude fell off straight up. Room 9 alumni. Yeah, bro. You can't. That type of fall from grace is crazy. Brother AD, you have password manager? I do. I don't know if I have it on this computer in particular. It was God. It's God saying don't show your DMs. You got to lean into what God is telling you. Eric Wealth Harris says, respect to Cam. Stand-up dude. He could have cursed him out. Nah. It's best to just amicably move on. Toon says, I know some homies like Broner, when I see him, I'm in the wrong spot and went to the wrong night. That's a fact. That is a fact. I'm going to get to you, KB, the hybrid, in a minute. My girl Messi says, check your DM. I sent you the unedited version. Oh, okay. I'm going to check it. We're going to discuss it on After Hours tonight. KB says, what up, AD? I wanted to express my gratitude to you and inspiring me to keep going. I was able to develop my own software, made a couple grand yesterday. For Block Club, would you be able to add in how you effectively vet tenants for your rentals? Yes, I can and I will. I will add that. Remind me, just in case I forget to write it down. And thank you for the 50 ball. Thank you for holding me down, my friend. Absolutely. Listen, when y'all jump into the Patreon on the live streams, I love to interact with the chat. And in between, y'all can ask me literally any question that y'all want to ask me. If I know the answer, I'm going to give it to you. I'm not a gatekeeper. And I always want to make sure that I add as much value as possible. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and continue on with the show. So in addition to that, I got to bring this to the front of the congregation because we want to go local first. Over in the Bay Area, a spectator fall to their death.
A death connected to a large sideshow in Crockett this morning. It appears a sideshow spectator fell to their death from a freeway overpass.
It happened around 3:30 this morning at San Pablo Avenue and Merchant Street, just off I-80 and the Carquinez Bridge. Dahlin talked to some of the neighbors that saw this happen.
As a single police car waits for backup, a driver ignores the officer and spins donuts in the intersection while spectators cheer. A short time later, dozens of people gather next to a gap. One side is the westbound I-80 off-ramp. The other is the on-ramp. It appears someone fell through that gap. After the cars cleared out, CHP officers moved in and found a body 40 to 60 feet below the freeway ramps.
First of all, the real tragedy is the fact that they only got one police car that was waiting for them to get done doing burnouts and spin out so that they can ultimately get to the person that fell through the cracks. That's the biggest tragedy of all. The fact that we have police departments that when you see people stopping traffic and doing burnouts, Man, listen, Detroit police, they different. I'ma just tell you. Detroit police, and this has been since I was a little kid. I don't care if we had filed for bankruptcy in 2008. I don't care what the city's finances was. I remember Gang Squad. Even today, they will hunt you down. They gonna try to find anybody that got some photos of your license plate. They coming to get your car. They gonna be waiting for you at some other off-ramp, something. But Detroit police, they different. They don't sit there and wait. They gonna go on the other side, radio in, have you coming down the other side of the freeway, and they'll knock your car over, all that. They ain't playing no games like that. Detroit police, let me tell you the difference between our police officers and everybody else's police officers. Detroit police don't care about basic stuff. Oh, you ran a stop sign. They not chasing that regular crime. They even got a mandate from the mayor several years ago not to focus on the small stuff, go after the big dogs. Go chase down the people that's committing crimes, the robberies, the killings, and all of that stuff. Hunt them down. Use the resources to do the things. Now we got a fully staffed police force because we had a $60 million budget surplus. Literally, the mayor just said that we had a $60 million budget surplus yesterday. He announced it yesterday, 5 hours ago. While Chicago got a $1.15 billion budget deficit, the city literally just 5 hours ago yesterday at 8 p.m., he did a press conference and he said that we got a budget surplus, we got a fully staffed police department, we got all of this stuff. So shout out to Mayor Duggan, shout out to the city council, shout out to everybody that's working hard in the city of Detroit to make sure that we got adequate staffing, that they chasing down the crime. And so they announced that we got a budget surplus for the 11th second year, and that we making sure that we preparing ourselves for the next years and figuring out where to allocate the resources, right? But here's the thing, though. When you see these municipalities, when you see these school systems, when you see police officers unable to even stop the crime because everybody is backed up and can't nobody go nowhere, and they start to back everybody up, and so the police officers just got to sit there. They not about to put themselves in harm's way. It's only one car, ain't got no backup, ain't nobody to come and help you. And so the Bay Area, I like Duggan. He's actually running for governor of Michigan, and I'm happy about that. The Bay Area is, oh man, I'm praying for y'all. I'm genuinely praying for the people over in the Bay Area. I'm genuinely praying for the people over in the Bay Area. Y'all don't have not one politician, not one city council member, not one legislator, not one governor in California, Gavin Newsom, to get things together. And so now, eventually, it was already going to happen. Somebody was going to get hit by a car. It was going to be a breakout of violence. Somebody slipped through a crack, fell through the hole. This was going to happen eventually anyway. Somebody was going to die, get injured, maimed, something.
It's just an unfortunate situation. I mean, they come up here, they think that everything's going to be okay and it's a great time, but it's pretty dangerous.
The sideshow woke up neighbor Vince Gordon just before 3:30 Saturday morning. He called 911 to alert police.
It's over the
top.
top.
And then here's the thing about it. You sitting there, you trying to get home. You jump on the freeway, the E-way, you vibing, you cool, you got your chick on the side of you, y'all talking about what y'all gonna do when you get home, you keep winking at her, you feeling good, and next thing you know, you sitting in traffic for the next 3 hours. Because somebody fell through the cracks and they was doing a sideshow. And so can't nobody move because everybody is stuck, and so we gotta wait till the ignorant people decide that they want to start clearing out.
Loud. It's crazy.
He says parked cars jammed up the freeway ramps and some spectators started jumping across the gap to get a better view.
Bunny hopping. So they bunny hop from the one side of the freeway over to this side so they can get over in a closer view to find out what's going on and watch
That's a heck of a fall.
the sideshow.
He believes someone miscalculated the jump and fell to their death. The CHP says officers are still investigating, trying to determine how the fall happened and whether it's suspicious. A few witnesses stayed behind to talk to investigators. Vince estimates there were about 150 cars and more than 200 people at the sideshow. He says that this intersection has been a hotspot for the last 6 years.
So the intersection has been a hotspot for the last six years, and y'all ain't did nothing about it? The intersection has been a hotspot for the last 6 years, and y'all have done nothing about it. Nothing. Zero.
Spinning. Last night, the guy set off fireworks in the middle of it. I mean, it's like nuts. It doesn't make any sense.
Vance says he's asked the county before to install a roundabout or something similar to deter sideshows, but so far nothing has changed. He hopes this tragedy pushes officials to act.
Hopefully, I mean, kids start thinking before they do this sort of thing.
We don't know the victim's name and
Not
age
gonna
yet.
happen.
The CHP will release that information after the family.
But I heard y'all can't even keep y'all bridges together. I was looking at another video yesterday. I just pulled it up right now. In my YouTube history, this is the type of stuff that I was looking at. I heard that Los Angeles can't even keep their bridges safe. That all of the lights is being removed from the Los Angeles bridges because they keep stealing the copper wire out of all of the bridges, and so the lights can't be on no more. So when you're going across the bridge at night, that ain't no more lights on bridges and most of the LA bridges now. That's what they telling me. Bro, listen, this city, this area, Los Angeles, and in the Oakland area and the Bay Area, the smaller cities around it, is going to hell, bro. It's absolutely going. They don't have no lights on the bridge no more because they taking all of the copper out of the bridge for the lights. They getting up under the little and even when they clean up the graffiti, they come back and they retag it because it's a new canvas for them to work on.
Issues continue to plague the 6th Street Bridge in downtown LA.
I know, it sounds crazy, don't it? Hey, man, we ain't got no lights on our bridges. Why? What's going on? Y'all trying to save money? No, we ain't got no copper. They took the copper out the bridge, so the lights don't work no more. They stop replacing it.
Bridge has become a target for taggers and copper wire thieves, leaving it in the dark. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos is live in Hollywood with the details. Annie Rose.
Lauren, Chris, good morning to you both. You guys probably remember when this bridge opened up back in 2022. I know I certainly do because it was a big...
The bridge is a brand new bridge. It just opened up 3 years. Listen, this is a brand new bridge. The United States of America, for those of you that may not be familiar, or you may not just be, you may just be coming into the Millionaire Morning Show, so you haven't looked at all of the stuff that we've covered. The United States of America has long said that they wanted to fix the bridges in America. We had an infrastructure problem, right? And so they allocated tons of dollars to get over and fix a lot of bridges. That's why when they ran into the Baltimore Bridge, it was a big deal because there was so much money that's allocated for infrastructure, right? Passed down from the federal government over to the states. The states are supposed to allocate it to fix the infrastructure, specifically bridges across the country. And so this bridge was just finished in 2022, I believe. No, don't quote me on that. Let me double check.
In Hollywood with the details. Annie Rose.
Back in 2022. I know I certainly do because...
Okay, so the bridge was finished in 2022, middle of the pandemic, all right? Opened it up. Ain't got no lights, ain't got no copper, and it's got all graffiti all over it.
It was a big attraction for downtown LA. Well, now it no longer lights up. Why? Because the copper wires are all gone. The police now chiming in to explain exactly why, posting this to their social media page.
Was that the bill, the Build Back Better bill? It sounds like it was the Build Back Better bill, Buddy Love. Shout out to you.
A few days ago, writing in part, quote, the police, writing in part, our 6th Street Bridge no longer lights up at night and it is covered with graffiti. Thieves repeatedly steal the copper wiring and have left the bridge in the dark. Patrol has been increased and graffiti removal requested, but the police also posting some images along with their statement, adding fixing the issues plaguing the 6th Street Bridge, like copper wire theft and street takeovers and graffiti and lack of lighting and the need for ongoing funding, well, that, they say, will require a multi-layered, community-focused approach. Now, we're also hearing from the councilwoman who represents this area. Her name is Isabel Jurado. She posted these images saying crews were hired to start removing the graffiti from several of the bridge's arches starting late last week, and that'll continue into this week. They're also working to clean up trash, any brush or weeds, enlisting the help of the LA Conservation Corps to do this. Now, as you heard the police officer, though, saying, graffiti isn't the only problem this bridge is seeing. It's the vandalism and the copper wire thefts that some residents say isn't just going on at the bridge, but throughout the entire city of LA. Take a look at this, because this is one example to show exactly that. This is over in Los Feliz, where a few months ago, residents told us they're frightened as entire blocks are now left in total darkness because copper thieves continue targeting street lamps in that area. Even a security camera capturing a suspect caught in the act. As the wires are cut, entire streets are left in pitch dark.
It couldn't be that much in each little one, but it leaves everything dark about two streets up and down.
You don't want to go for a walk at night because you don't want to trip or fall. And plus, we don't want to be robbed. It's just so there's no lights anymore.
Lauren, Chris, going back to the bridge, police say they are picking up patrols in that area. The mayor also saying the police's heavy metal task force is also working on enforcing this issue. She says back in 2024, they arrested over 100 people specifically on this one issue. They recovered a lot of that copper wire, but as far as the bridge goes, it is still not enough to bring the lights back on at the 6th Street Bridge.
So y'all just got a new bridge and y'all ain't got no lights. The neighborhoods ain't got no lights. Graffiti everywhere right after they put up the bridge. Good God. What is happening, bro? What is happening? Can't catch nobody. Incompetent leadership. They'll spend billions and billions on that bridge. Let me see how much that 6th Street Bridge costs. The cost of the new 6th Street Bridge in Los Angeles is approximately $588 million. $588 million to replace the bridge, and they don't even have lights on that joint. Opened up roughly 3 years ago. In July 2022, it is the largest bridge project in the history of Los Angeles, and they can't even keep the lights on. They can't even keep the lights on. They can't keep people from putting graffiti everywhere, the lights on, all of that. That is sad, bro. Y'all spent more than $500 million on a bridge that you can't even keep the lights on it. Can't put up no metal grates or nothing. Drill it into the concrete. Make sure people can't rip it off in order to be able to. You can't do none of that, huh? Mike Knight says that's 80s life savings. I wish. I wish. Listen, if I had 588 million, you would know it. You would know it. Trust me. Listen, 588, you would know it. You would definitely know it. There would be, I'm not telling you that I would tell you that I have somehow ran into 588 million, but I am telling you that you would know signs. You would definitely see the signs. You would definitely know it. Everybody getting raises, promotion. It would definitely be some. I'm triggering off at least 88 million of it. 88 M's gone just like that. What Anton doing? Triggering off 88 million, throwing hundreds into the air from the top of the building in Detroit, from the top of the Penobscot. You would definitely, yeah, my savings is only $1. I got $1 in my savings. I ain't even gonna cap. It's my savings. I ain't got no money. I don't even know why people try to come for me. I ain't got no money. It's tapped. I'm tapped, bro. $1. I'm $1. I'm $1. $1 scholar. I only got $1. Savings, $1. So if you think that you're going to scheme me and scam me, you got another thing coming, buddy. If you think that you're going to scheme and scam me out of my dollar, you got another thing coming. All right. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. That's the minimum to have a savings account. You know what it is? I'm just too lazy to I'm too lazy to close it. I'm just too lazy to close it. The Genius CEO says, check your email. I sent over my information for the full-time editor's position. Just wrapped up from my month's retainer. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. But see, listen. Let me show y'all something. Can I give y'all is this a teachable moment? Is this a teachable moment? See, now I don't know if I could take you seriously because your username is the Genius with a J CEO. Everything matters. When we start talking six figures, everything matters. Your profile picture, your name, how you communicate, so on and so forth. Every single thing, every detail matters. Listen. The same way that we stereotype and we try to vet through and we look through women is the same way that we do when it comes to employment. JJ Carver says, come on, Anton. Listen, okay. Well, then how about I don't say nothing then? How about I just let people continue to do what they do, and then y'all going to be sitting there wondering why y'all don't get the positions that y'all want, and then y'all going to call it racism. How about I don't say nothing and just let y'all rock out? Listen, JJ Carver, you're going to have to compete. Every detail matters. And I ain't even talking about for the position that I got going on. I'm talking about in life. Every detail matters. Every punctuation mark, every post that you got on social media, right? When you dress, when you go into the interview, do you got your hair cut? Is your beard lined up? Every detail matters. Every single detail matters. You leave nothing, zero to chance. You have to make them not like you. If they are going, you have to remove. When I go into a position, right? Let's say I'm looking for a position. Let's say I'm going into an interview. I go into a position or I go into an interview with my mindset as though the job is already given to somebody else. Because 9 times out of 10, it is. 9 times out of 10, this is just formality. Most companies have to interview a certain amount of people in order to say that they've actually gave opportunities for other people to apply for the position. But most of the time, a lot of times, the position is a formality. It's created for somebody else, or somebody already knew that the position was coming up that was inside of the company that has an ear of whoever. And so when I go into a situation, I'm automatic. How do I know this? Because that's what's been happening to me, right? When I went over to Comerica Bank, that wasn't a position that was out available for everybody to apply to. That was something that they recruited me for. Then to go through the legal process and through HR, they had to post it online. And then they had people apply. And then I had to go in and act like I was interviewing, but it was already my position. So when I go through, I'm already assuming, listen to what I'm saying. I'm already assuming that the position is somebody else's. So it's theirs to lose, is mine's to gain. It's theirs to lose. I shouldn't be telling y'all this because this is coming out and I deep dive a lot more into the Interview Like a King interview. So I'm going to go into that. But it's theirs to lose. That means that I got to win. Now, is it a possibility that it's just a position that's just open for everybody? Yes, sure. Of course it is. But that's not my mentality. I'm going in with the mentality that it's already somebody else's. So if I'm going to go, I'm going to compete. I'm going to have to make it undeniable. You're going to have to say to yourself, I'm going to let the best person go because he is clearly head and shoulders above everybody. I'm going to make you think about it. I'm going to make you think about it. And so every detail matters. From the time that I pull into the parking lot, it matters. When I pull up in the park, bro, my car has been through the car wash. It's clean. Because I don't even know if you're looking out the window. It's a possibility that you can walk me out to my car. From the car that I choose to the color shirt that I wear to, the details align with what time I'm going to get there. I want to be there at least 20 to 25 minutes early into the interview part, not getting into the parking lot. I've already researched the person. I looked at their LinkedIn. I looked at the people that was connected to them. I scanned. I looked at what college they went to, what position that they in, what they do for a living, so that I can tie in to what I do on how it's going to benefit them to show them that I'm adding value. I'm looking for small details so that I can relate to them and that I can alley-oop, and I'm going to throw it in there. They're going to think that it's natural. Yeah, man, because I remember one time I visited a friend and we was at MSU. Oh, yeah? Now, they don't know that I know that they went to MSU, but I'm going to pay attention because I know that you went to. Yeah, man, he graduated around this time. I just made the whole thing up. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, man, did you see I'm going to tell you, I'm giving you the game. And if you learn how to master the game when it comes to your daily interactions with women, everything that you do should be intentional. Everything that you do should be intentional. Everything. When you walk out the door, it should be intentional. You should assume that the world is watching you. Assume that the world is watching you at all times. When you leave out the door, the world is watching you. And that's how you win, because you leave nothing to chance. All they had to do was slip up one time and then I'm there. That's how you got your girl took. That's how you got your girl took. Because the whole time he was planting seeds in her head that caused her to go home and question why she was still where she was. Because every time she seen him, he was on point and he made her laugh and he wasn't paying her too much attention and he wasn't begging her and he was slow motion. And then eventually, you're not hearing me, bro. You're not hearing me. Y'all not paying attention to what I'm saying out here. You not hearing me. You keep applying long enough the pressure, it's going to fold. They all go. They all fold. They all fold. But you caught up in your feelings. Listen to what I'm saying and pay attention and move accordingly. Listen to what I'm saying, pay attention and move accordingly. I do the same thing when it comes to content creation. Because eventually you're going to miss. You're going to go on vacation. You're not going to stream that day. You're not consistent. And when people go in and they pull up their YouTube and they say, man, what is on YouTube today? Who live? Ain't nothing happening. And then they going to keep on seeing my videos and keep on seeing my videos. And it's the one day or the 1 week that you decided that you want to go on vacation. Got them. That's my viewer now. That's my subscriber. That's my viewer. They love me. Because when they get in, we cooking. We're cooking. Everything and everybody is for sale. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. Every single time. I want it all. In order for you to beat me, you're going to have to not miss. You're going to have to not miss. I'm coming for everything. And that's the mentality that you have to have. That is a mentality. We are sharks. We are sharks every time. From the time that I come into the stadium to the time that I'm leaving, I'm on point the whole time. Never miss. Never miss. I know what time you coming. I know what time you leaving. Guy at the front desk gonna tell me, because I tip them really good every time I see them. And the valet gonna give me the keys to what time you coming and leaving. And so I know where you move. I know how you move. I know when you with, who you with, when you with them. Anton, did you hear this was coming over here? Oh yeah, what's going on? Okay, all right, thank you. I appreciate you. Anyways, let me not continue to give y'all the sauce. Let me not give y'all the sauce. Anyways, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read these super chats. Shout out to the genius. Supreme by Nations TV says, I love rejection. I tell them before I leave, let your man know you have a fan out here. I don't say that. See, you don't say none of that. You ain't got to say none of that. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say, you know what? Okay. No. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. And keep it moving. Not saying nothing. Don't say nothing. She don't exist anymore. She does not exist anymore. Don't even see you in my peripheral. It's over. That's my mentality. That's my mentality. Eric Wolf Harris in the building. Shout out to my dog, Eric Wolf Harris. Says, AD, I need your opinion. I was really trying to ignore it, but I can't. How do you feel if your district board tells you due to under enrollment in our schools, they lost $90 million, but the bureaucracy is being paid a total of $150 million? Budgets work differently. Budgets work differently because the money comes from a lot of places, like under enrollment, a lot of student loan payments, all of that. I don't know why you bothered by it. Why are you bothered by it? Why are you bothered by it? Dig into the numbers. It should be information. If it's a public university, you should be able to find the information and know where the budget is. They usually release a budget. I wouldn't trip about it. I wouldn't care. Only thing I would care about is what's affecting me. If AD had $588 million, you'd see his hairline back. Nah, I can get that back now. For some reason, y'all think I'm down. I'm down. You're right. Look up AB 495 bill in California is crazy. All right, K Holiday, I appreciate you. Trump is redirecting $500 million to HBCUs, says Country Boy Finesse. JJ in the building, says Anton, for the Trey Reed portion of the show. I shared the link to my family members. He was a cousin of mine. Thanks for covering this story. Okay, I got you. Well, I'm about to cover a different story. Brian the Filmmaker says, taking notes for if I get an interview with you. Shout out to Brian the Filmmaker. I appreciate you. I want to go over to this story. So I know that a lot of people think I'm not going to cover it, but I covered it on the Anton Daniels channel. And I want to cover it here. All right. So let me see if I can get this up on my screen the way that I want it. Mississippi, Delta State University. I think that's the university. Delta State University over in Mississippi. They're saying that a young man was hanged. Have y'all heard this? Y'all actually been telling me this inside of my chat. They said, not hang, he was hanging from a tree. So let's cover this really quickly, and then we're going to deep dive, all right? We're going to cover it from two different local platforms.
We're following tonight at 6, the tragic death of a student at Delta State University. The body of a freshman at the university located in Cleveland, Mississippi, was found sadly hanging from a tree on campus early this morning. Disturbing for all of those on campus. Officials with the university say there is no evidence of foul play. WRG's Mike Sirianni has more from the Delta State campus.
Earlier today, Delta State staff discovered a deceased individual on campus. University police and local authorities were immediately notified and are conducting an active investigation.
During a Monday afternoon press conference on the campus of Delta State University, it was announced the body of 21-year-old DeMartravian Trey Reed of Grenada, a freshman at DSU, was found hanging from a tree near the pickleball courts not far from the campus cafeteria.
I've spoken to Trey's family and expressed our heartbreak.
The discovery was made just after 7 a.m. Classes, as well as several events associated with the university's centennial, were canceled.
At this time, there's no evidence of foul play.
A joint investigation is being conducted by DSU Police, the Cleveland PD, Bolivar County Sheriff's Department, and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. University officials stress their belief the Delta State campus is one of the safest in Mississippi.
There is no evidence of a threat to campus, and there's no evidence that the campus is unsafe at this point. So I expect we resume normal operations as soon as possible.
Monday, I spoke with Trey Reed's mother. She did not want to go on camera, but told me she has so many questions about what happened. She said she just talked to her son Friday that he was excited about attending Delta State University as a freshman. She can't find any reason for this tragedy. For your news leader in Cleveland, Mississippi.
All right, so let's stop here. All right, let's stop here. And I'm going to play a second video. But before I play a second video, I'm going to tell you what my first reaction to this was when I first started talking about it, because it took me a minute. I had to actually go and search for it. I don't believe any of y'all actually sent me this one. Y'all told me about it, but y'all didn't actually send me these videos, right? And so for some reason, it was just like on me to go and find out exactly what happened and how it played out, right? Because I remembered that y'all had told me inside of the chat, Anton, did you know about this? And I'm like, at first glance, I was thinking to myself, what? Y'all just saying stuff. Because, people take stuff from the shade room on Instagram, some posts, and it be embellished or be made up. And so I don't believe stuff until I actually see some real confirmation that it happened. So my first thought when I started researching this, and then I started looking at the story, and my first thought was prayers up for the family. Always prayers up for the family. Always prayers up for the family, right? That's always going to be my first thought because, nobody expects for their child to go off to college or to campus. And I heard he was from Spain. He was a black guy, but he was from Spain. Nobody expect for their kid to be found hanging from a tree in the woods, okay? So that's always going to be my first thought is prayers up for the family. The second thing that I was thinking was I don't believe anything because I'm always going to err on the side of I'm not believing, but at the same time, I don't want to jump to conclusions. And so I don't go based off of rumors. Some people saying, oh, his cousin said this. I don't even speak to my cousins like that often. So, I don't take that to mean anything. But what I do know is if it is a campus with pickleball courts and it's as well put together and it's the safest in the nation, all of this, I would like to actually see toxicology. I want to see an autopsy. I would like to see if it's any cameras in the area. I would like to see the body cam footage of when the police officers actually arrived and discovered the body. I would like to know the details of how the body was doing whatever it was doing. I need to see if it was a chair there. Did you climb the tree and then jump off of it? Like, I need to know the details, right? I would like more information before I decide to jump off the bridge, because the last thing that I like to do, especially with a growing platform, is to assume. Brian Dever says another report said his arms and legs was broken. Where? Because I searched high and wide, and I looked on the internet, and I looked on YouTube, and I looked on all of these other platforms, and I did not see anything with regard to that. So I don't know if that's a rumor. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false, but I did not see anything that says that his arms and legs are broken. I think that that's a game of telephone that y'all playing. But the one thing that does bother me, though, and I have to be honest because y'all know me. A lot of people think that I'm biased. I'm not. I'm objective. I just have strong beliefs on one side. But I call a spade, and I call it down the middle, straight up. And the one thing that I am bothered by is considering that just this happened, over 24, 48 hours within the last 24 to 48 hours, how is this not something that's being picked up by the national news and being discussed? Coroner's office says no signs of trauma. How is this not a national story to where somebody is discussing it? I don't see it on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC. I don't see it nowhere. It seems like this would be a story, right? Like there would be some form of journalism that goes in to investigate to find out exactly what happens. Because they are saying that there is no signs of foul play, but they not saying what happened. And that's what gives me pause, is because it's like, I know how police officers and the media and the deans and all of this, I know how they play it. They say specific words carefully so that you don't get scared, curious, bring too much visibility negatively. They saying no signs of foul play, but they're not saying what happened. Did he hang himself? What happened? Did you pull out the phone records to triangulate how he was moving through campus, how long he was in one particular place? Did he leave his phone? Did he take it with him? What did you find on him? Who discovered him? At what time do you anticipate that this happened? This is just my normal thing. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know exactly what happened so that we could either dismiss it as a case of a person that just decided to do this to himself because he was really depressed, or we need to figure out if we got a monster on the loose out here. Because if you're on a campus, a university campus, somebody had to see something, right? Somebody had to see something, right? And I'm not saying, and I'm not pointing the finger on anybody in particular. All I'm saying is I would like to know the details.
Officials have released the identity of a student who was found on a campus hanging from a tree this morning. Campus officials and police made the announcement just a couple of hours ago in a news conference. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams live in the studio this afternoon. He's been following the story at Delta State all day. Ross, what are investigators saying?
Well, Troy, we are just hours into the investigation of this disturbing discovery on the Cleveland campus. Now, here is what we know right now. According to the Delta State Police Chief, they got a call around 7 o'clock Monday morning. First officers on the scene found the body of 21-year-old DeMartravion Trey Reed. He was hanging from a tree near the pickleball court that's in the central part of the campus. Reed is a Delta State student from Grenada. Now, there is already rampant social media speculation about what happened to Reed. At this point, investigators say there is no evidence of foul play.
But we, of course, again, with our partners, we've investigated every avenue, and again, we continue to investigate.
The university has contacted the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, Cleveland Police Department, and the Bolivar County Sheriff's Office to assist them in the investigation. Today was supposed to be a happy day on the Delta State campus, celebrating its 100th anniversary. Instead, they are mourning the loss of this student. Classes were canceled Monday, and it's unclear if they will resume on Tuesday. Back to you, Troy.
All right, Ross, thank you. 16 WAPT is your breaking news leader. We are working to learn more on this breaking story. We will pass along details when they come in on the 16.
Yeah, I might need to hire somebody that can do some inspection and some investigations. I got some, I actually put some calls out.
Cleveland Police Department.
Hi, my name is Anton Daniels. I'm a YouTuber, and I was trying to get some more information. Who can I contact about the Delta State University situation as far as the young man that was found?
Delta State.
The actual university itself? Oh, that's not going to go anywhere.
The university itself.
Huh?
They have their own police department. Their police department and MBI is investigating it. But I can tell you now, they're not releasing any information in reference to it.
Why is that?
If you was in that same situation and a strange person calls to an agency and they release information about your family member.
No. I'm not saying to me in particular. I'm saying why won't they release any information with regard to it in general, whether it be to the news media or anything like that?
That's up to the FBI, sir. I mean, we can't trump the FBI. When they finish their investigation, then they'll release a statement.
So the FBI is investigating.
Well, it's MBI. It's a branch under the FBI. Every state has their own internal bureau investigation. So
Okay.
that's who's over it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye. I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was an MBI. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that there was a division under the FBI that investigates these things based off of each state? So why would they be investigating? Looks like we might have to do a little bit of digging. And let's be clear. I want y'all to understand exactly where I stand on all of these issues. And I said it, and I've been consistent on this, regardless of how they try to turn my words around, regardless of the people that only watch the clips sometimes and try to figure out whether or not they feel some type of way about me. I've been consistent since consistency was consistent. All right. And what I've always said is that I don't believe I have 3 rules that I live by in my life. In a general sense, obviously, we got some sub rules in there. But the main 3 rules is that I do not believe in trying to convict somebody in a court of public opinion, that if they are guilty, then they will see their day in court, and it's until proven guilty. I've been consistent on that. Regardless, people have gone against me when it came to Puff. They've gone against me when it came to Tory Lanez. They've automatically assumed that Jay-Z was guilty, and through it all, I stay consistent. Number 2, your ability to be able to provide for your family, you should be able to work. I don't believe in doxing. I don't believe in any of that. I don't care who does it and what does it, what side of the fence do it, all together. And I do not believe that somebody should die unjustly. And so consistently, I'm going to stand on that. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you white. Everything needs to come to the light when it comes to some of the most egregious things that is happening in the culture and in society. And so I want to find out what happened, and we are going to objectively, when we find out the details, because if you're telling me that the FBI is in on it, now I know it's got to be something deeper than what they just saying on the surface. All right. So I'm going to stay on it. We're not going to make no assumptions. We're going to find out what the facts are. And then we're going to go ahead, see if you can find the mother. Okay, well, listen, I tell y'all what. Y'all part of the show, just like I am. I love to interact with the chat. Find the information and send it to me. That's how y'all deal with Shanquilla Robinson. Y'all, I relied on y'all. Do what y'all do. We got over 3,000 people. That's over 3,500 people that's watching this right now. Find the information and send it to me. Find the people and send it to me. I'll bring them on the show. I'll let them tell their story. I'll let them get the word out. All right. Let's continue on with the show. Let me read some of these super chats, and then we're going to keep it moving. Because I want to see what's happening, man. I think that everything and everyone needs to be held accountable when they're doing stuff they're not supposed to do. Eric Weather says we're losing programs for our students. Well, listen. If enrollment is down, then that means that you are naturally going to have some hair cutting to do with any university, with any system, with any school, with any elementary school. Enrollment is key. That is y'all lifeblood. That is y'all bread and butter. And so if enrollment is down significantly, Honestly, Eric Wealth Harris, what I would be doing is I would be looking to get the heck up out of there. The writing is on the wall. Don't wait for them to close that joint. Don't wait for them to start doing layoffs. I would be looking to get up out of there. Supreme by Nature TV says, thanks. Been saying it forever, never saying it again. Shout out to my dog, Supreme by Nature TV. Brothers Keeper says, I remember there was a story a year ago like this, and they thought it was racial, but they saw him in a Walmart buying a rope on camera. Yeah, I covered that story. I covered it on this channel. Eric Williams says, AD, my parents' family is from Grenada. Xavier Williams says, I just accepted a pharma sales role. Listening to you in your interview like a king video helped me leaps and bounds. Thanks, OG. Congratulations. I got a new one, a more updated one coming out, but that one is just as good as any. So it's dope. And congratulations. Shout out to all of the bag chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Where we going? Where we going? A 5? Was it 5? No, we did that one. Where do we go? Is it 4? See if we can get 4 on this joint. Oh, okay. So I got an update for y'all. And this update is specifically with regard to the Dallas motel beheading. Yes, I know. It's a pretty gruesome story. But one of the things is that they are calling for ICE to remove the man that is accused of beheading the Indian. And so the guy that was over here beheading somebody, he was Cuban. Somebody fill me in inside of the chat because I don't know about this, but I'm curious. When an illegal migrant commits a crime on U.S. soil, all right? And I'm not talking about a small crime like stealing or domestic violence or something like that. An egregious crime, murder, robbery, something like that, a violent crime. What happens to them? Because if Immigrations and Customs or Homeland Security arrest them and they say, okay, listen, this person is the worst of the worst, so on and so forth, what happens to them? Like when they get, let's say, for example, they're saying, hey, man, we want to get this person and we want to, remove them from the United States of America. But where do they go? Like, do they go to another prison in their own country? How are we able to enforce it? Like, these are just curious conversations that I have on the top of my head. Black is Back says the fact that nobody helped is crazy. Help what? All right, cool. So y'all heroes, y'all superheroes in the building. All right. Y'all superheroes in the building. Let me tell me, what would you do? Because I know that all of y'all just jump straight into action and y'all start making sure that y'all help person. You walk out your hotel room. Hold on, we gonna get there. You walk out of your hotel room, it's the morning, you hear some commotion, people arguing over a washing machine. Yeah. I got me some last night. Yeah. She's still here. Yeah, we gonna get it in. I'm gonna bust it open. Let me go ahead and give me a cigarette. Hey, what's going on over there? What y'all got going on over there? Oh shit. Hey, arguing? Man, I hope it don't turn out that bad because he got his wife and his kid out there. They ain't even speaking no English. I don't even know what's wrong. They must be crazy. Let me go back in here and get back to this chick. This nigga got a machete. Oh, snaps! He chased him down with a machete. He sliced his back open. He's laying on the ground. Please don't do a fatality. Please don't do a fatality. I can't watch. I can't look. I painted the picture for you. All right. So here's my question. What do you do? What do? You see a Cuban man that ain't speaking English beheading a man in front of his wife and his children. What do? I'm just curious. What do? For all of you superheroes out there that don't wear capes, what do? Storylines is the funniest, Jennifer. Because I got to make it real for people. Because we look at these stories and we see them on the internet a lot of times, and I don't think that people are realistic. I think that people are being unrealistic when it comes to the issues and the problems that we see happening in the community. Everybody think they're going to do something until they do it.
This extremely disturbing story out of Texas that many viewers are going to find pretty upsetting. A Cuban national is being accused of beheading a man with a machete at a Dallas motel. Police say the attack happened in front of the victim's wife and son. ICE officials are calling the suspect a depraved criminal who is in this country illegally. CNN's Rafael Romo is here with more details on all of this.
That's the key word there, Fred. Disturbing. It really is.
I shouldn't have did that yawn. Now I got a case of the yawns. Because that was a real yawn. Like, I made myself really yawn in real life. Like, you can. Here, I'm going to make myself yawn again. Give me a second. Yeah. Like, you can make yourself yawn, right? I know I got all of y'all. All 3,000 plus people in here just said, ooh, I made y'all yawn, didn't I? I got you. Because yawns are contagious. I gotcha. I know at least half of y'all is yawning right now because they're contagious. Watch this. See, I do it. Yawns is contagious. They contagious. Even made my eyes water. Every time I yawn, I got my eyes watering out here. Yawns is contagious. Yep, I got y'all. You're welcome.
This is very disturbing, and officials say the suspect, a Cuban national, is being held without
What's
bond
up, Queen?
on a charge of capital murder
Stop.
by terror threat and has a lengthy criminal history that includes serious crimes. According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, those crimes include child sex abuse, grand theft of a...
Hold on, wait a minute. Look at me. I done got my eyes watering and everything. I literally got my eyes watering. I'm so stupid. Shouldn't have did that. All right. Look at this dude. Look. All under the Biden administration, by the way. He got a child sex abuse crime, grand theft of a motor vehicle, false imprisonment, and carjacking. Y'all do more crime than people that is actually living here in the United States of America. Y'all come over here and just be going ham. And I'm pretty sure that that's not the end of it. That's just the worst of the worst things that he done did. Y'all be coming over here and just be tearing everything out the frame. Carjacking, messing with little kids, stealing cars, holding people against their will. What? Seriously, these people just be over here going crazy, bro. I don't even know how they get out of jail and they don't even be able to speak English.
motor vehicle, false imprisonment, and carjacking. CNN requested more detail about those allegations, including when and where they allegedly took place, but ICE did not provide any, and CNN cannot independently verify the accusations.
Is this in Jasmine Crockett's district?
Warn our viewers again that some of the details in this case are gruesome. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, The suspect, identified by the Dallas Police Department as 37-year-old Jordanis Cobos Martinez, has admitted to using a machete to kill a man. The affidavit also says that Cobos Martinez was working in a motel room when the victim, identified as Chandra Nagamalaya, asked an unidentified witness working with the suspect to translate the request not to use a broken washing machine. Apparently, the request made the suspect so upset that he pulled out a machete and started cutting and stabbing the victim multiple times, even after he ran to the hotel office, at one point pushing away Nagamalaya's wife and son as they attempted to make him stop. The 911 call indicates Cobos Martinez didn't stop at stabbing the victim multiple times.
To that stabbing, the suspect has a machete, and Fire is noticing that he is actually cutting someone's head off.
You know what kind of demon you got to be to cut somebody's head off? You know how you know the level of evil you have to be at, level 10 evil. You're a level 10 mutant to cut somebody. Do you know how gruesome that is? Have y'all ever watched that back in the day I used to watch? Well, we used to watch. You go to the movie store or whatever. It was a very, very, very popular series. It was called Faces of Death. I might be showing my age here because I'm not sure if any of y'all are familiar with it. It was a very, very, very popular series that was called Faces of Death. Fly Girl, you know about it? You familiar? It was a series, and you had to actually go and like rent it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a series called Faces of Death, and it was way worse than anything you've seen on the TV, right? And so you could actually rent it in the video stores. That's level 100. You can rent it in the video stores. And so this was before the internet and all of that or whatever. You remember that Thomas Taylor? You was watching that as a teenager? See, me too. It was wild, bro. It was wild. It was showing everything that was video recorded over the world that basically showed some of the most crazy. I don't even know why. I don't know if it's because I'm a horror film junkie. I love horror films. I love zombie films. Me and Molly, we relate to each other in that way. I like vampire movies. I like all of that stuff, right? And so, but they put it on, and I'm like, what's this? Because I didn't know what it was at first. And it was like, oh, this is, because they have multiple volumes. Faces of Death 1, Faces of Death 2, Faces of Death 3, Faces of Death 4. And so I'm like, oh, well, they got it from the video store. It can't be that bad. Bruh. They was showing some, like, I remember, bro, like somebody getting his head cut off. Like it was a real video, like somewhere over in the Middle East or something like that, militants or whatever. I remember seeing people go before the firing squad. One scene, and I said, all right, this is enough. They took a monkey, right? They took a monkey and they put the monkey in the middle of the table. And I guess that monkey brains was a delicacy, right? Monkey, listen, this is no cap. This is 100% true. Monkey brains were a delicacy. And so what happened was they would take the brains of the monkey, or they would take the monkey, and they would lock the monkey in this like little contraption where it would say, and the monkey would be like locked in or whatever, right? The neck would be locked in, but the monkey was still alive. So it was still doing something. And they had these little picks. It was like these little pick things. I ain't lying then, B. Baker, because you remember it yourself. They had these little pick things, and they would hit the monkey in the head. Everybody would take a turn hitting the monkey in the head until eventually the brains came out, and they would scoop up and they would start eating the brains. I said, all right, I'm done. I'm over this. I'm not watching series 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said, I'm out. I can't do it, bro. When I seen the little monkey was making a bunch, I said, I gotta go. I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. I don't know what y'all made of. I don't know where y'all came from. I don't know who decided to record it and then make it available to the general public, but this is the wildest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't swing it. I couldn't believe it. I was so amazed at the fact that people were still watching it. I said, this can't be life. No way you're telling me that they go and catch monkeys and beat the brains out of them and eat their brains right then and there. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. That's why I just decided to just completely remove myself from certain things. Like, honestly, like, I know this is the Millionaire Derailment Show. Don't worry about it. We can make our own rules. I ain't got no job to go to. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Got to stream tonight, but we good. I don't do the same things that everybody else do. Like, even when it comes to, like, look, we grown folks, so I'm not going to say nothing wild. But, like, the sexual deviancy stuff. You know what I'm saying? When people, I know that we in a world where it's like anything goes and sleep with anybody and, you know, try new things. When it comes to me personally, compared to y'all that's watching this right now, I'm so vanilla. I'm so vanilla. I think I'll be doing something when we be doing the, you know, you switch to different positions and stuff like that. Yeah. You ain't, listen. If I ever get divorced, which I never plan on ever getting divorced, if you oversexed out, just skip right on over me because I'm so basic. I'm so basic. I'm so regular. I believe in just getting in the end and doing whatever it is that you want to do with the person that you with, that you in the bedroom with. Y'all on some other stuff. Y'all are so desensitized. You want to include, dog. I started learning about gas. That's why this whole Diddy trial thing, it was like, this wild. You got men coming in here busting down your. Come on, family. Come on, stop it. I don't believe in jerking off. I don't. I just don't. I don't. I don't care what nobody do. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how much y'all try to convince us that it's okay and that it makes sense. For me, I just want to be ready for the real thing when the real thing comes. I don't want to be desensitized. I don't want to take no pills. I want to do nothing. I just want to be a normal, everyday human being. I want to be a normal, TOVG. Nah, bro. No trains, no planes, no automobiles. See, that's my thing of like, yeah, maybe in a car or something. Who knows, bro? Something wild, but y'all are on some other stuff, bro. Y'all on some other stuff. You ain't got to worry about me, Eric D. Listen, no website. I'll be definitely afraid that I'm going to get a virus on my computer if you go to the wrong website. I heard that they introducing legislation in Michigan that they actually banning porn. I heard that when I did my insurance thing and y'all seen it, I showed it to y'all. Negative. I might still have that clip. Let me see. That was my thing. Negative. Everything negative. When I show my results and everything is negative. Is it another one? Negative. HIV. Negative. Everything else. Negative. That's normal for me. That's normal. People don't even get tested. They just be out here in these streets making it happen. Y'all killing each other. Y'all inviting people into your bedroom that got diseases. You want the worst thing to ever happen to you? I don't know, Chris. Let me see. Did I read your super chat? No, I got you. Chris. I ain't read that super chat yet. People is wild out here, bro. They wild. And I'm like, you know what? I'm nice and clean, nice and vanilla. I'm chilling. I ain't got to worry about nothing to nobody. I'm slow motion. Worst I do is flirt. You seeing it through. I just be talking junk all the time. Hey, what's going on? Ah, man, yeah. I'd keep it moving. If it ain't, because for me, if it ain't about no money, then I don't want to talk anyway. If we ain't getting no money together, I'm cool. Y'all be seeing it through. Busting her down for a real one. Nah, I'm good. You on your own, big dog.
Dallas
I'm going to
police
say nice and lame, nice and vanilla. Try to live as long as I possibly can and have a good time.
This violent crime will not go unpunished.
The preliminary investigation determines that the suspect cut the victim with an edged weapon several times. Dallas Fire Rescue responded to the scene where the victim died. The suspect is in custody and charges are pending.
As you can imagine, people in Dallas struggled to put into words their reaction when asked by CNN affiliate KTVT the day after the gruesome murder.
I find it sick, disgusting. I'm speechless.
Kind of out of the norm and is mind-blowing.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement issued a statement Thursday announcing it had lodged a detainer for the federal arrest and removal of Cobos Martinez, whom ICE called a depraved criminal illegal alien from Cuba. In a statement, a top DHS official said that this is exactly why we are removing criminal illegal aliens to third countries. President Trump and Secretary Noem are no longer allowing barbaric criminals to indefinitely remain in America. If you come to our country illegally, you could end up in Eswatini, Uganda, South Sudan, or Sikot, referring to the...
You don't want to go to South Sudan. I'm going to just tell you that right now. Yeah, I don't know about all of them other places I ain't never seen or heard of or any of that. You don't want to go to South Sudan. That's the last place that you want to be deported to, big dog.
We're learning more about an ICE agent injured in the line of duty yesterday. ICE saying that officers were conducting a traffic stop. This was outside of Chicago, at which point a suspect resisted and attempted to drive into that arrest team, dragging the officer as the suspect was trying to flee the scene. The officer discharged his firearm, fearing for his life. Both were brought to a nearby hospital where the suspect was pronounced dead. With me now, Customs and Border Protection Senior Advisor Ron Vitiello. Thank you, sir, very much for being with us. Your thoughts on what has happened here with this ICE officer forced to defend himself?
Thanks for having me, Molly.
That ain't even a part that I want to talk about. I want to go to a different part. All around California.
Political situation there in California. There's a bill, state lawmakers in California passing a bill this week that would ban ICE agents from wearing masks, as well as local police. This is part of what they've been trying to do. And we've heard from agents and leaders who say that they're covering their face specifically because of the threats to them and also their families. So what do you make of this bill, especially after this incident that we saw yesterday? And also, he hasn't said yet, but do you think the Governor Newsom will sign this? Your thought?
So there's legislation that's been introduced, and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass has been talking about this extensively, that basically forces ICE agents to unmask themselves. ICE agents, HSI, to unmask themselves. Now, in the beginning of this whole situation, all of them were riding around unmasked. And then what happened was they started getting doxxed. So people start putting their addresses online. They start trying to find out who they were so that they can, start to be attacked and all of this stuff. And so what happened was they start covering their faces so that they couldn't get attacked at their homes, because that's how evil the liberal left is. So now California is introducing legislation to try to unmask ICE agents so that they can see who they are and then probably go and dox them.
I don't believe he will, because it lacks common sense.
But you're right, Alton Bryce. But the protesters, they can get away wearing masks all day long.
And we hope that he's learning from the political examples that exist in President Trump, the leadership of Secretary Noem and the department. We need to conduct these operations. These agents need to protect their identity as far as their faces, because they've been doxxed online. Assaults against ICE officers are up over 1,000%. And so they need to do all the things that they can do to tactically protect themselves. And they and their families deserve better than the leadership in California that wants to take their masks off or force them to do their duty with masks off, but do nothing in this law about holding to account the online warriors that dox these agents and threaten their families. That's what they should be working on. They need to bring the propaganda down and put California in a place where they can help ICE accomplish what they need to accomplish, which is to take these criminals off the street and put them on a path for removal.
So that is what's happening in California. That is what's happening in Dallas when it comes to immigrations and customs enforcement. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of y'all's super chat, see what y'all questions are like out here in these streets. And let me remind you guys that I do not ask for anything. So everybody that shows love into the platform, I will never not stop the show in between segments to make sure that I acknowledge y'all. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Our Streets, what up, Our Streets? What up to Our Streets on PayPal? I appreciate my PayPal warriors out here in these streets. Thank you, Our Streets. You are absolutely appreciated and celebrated, and you've been rocking with me. They say I don't like the ladies. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know where they got that from. They say I don't like the ladies. I love my ladies. You see them all in here? You see them all in here? See Our Streets? Ask them what their experience was like when they came to see me in person. Ask them what it's like when they came to see me in person. You know what I'm saying? And they all gorgeous. They are all beautiful in real life. In real life. All right. Let me see what's happening out here. Brothers Keeper says his name was Javion McGee, who was 21 years old. It's crazy. I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to find out some more information. I'm thinking about starting a podcast. Any advice? Says Christopher Evans. You want to know the truth? Okay, so the first thing that I will tell you is that it's hard. It's super hard. It's going to be very, very difficult. And you're not going to have anybody that want to watch your podcast at first until you actually start doing something and getting some waves and you know, start to make a name for yourself by being consistent. Consistency is the key. That's number one. Number two, it's very difficult for people to be consistent because usually when you start a podcast with other people, it's always going to be some fall off. So whatever you do, you got to be prepared to go it alone. A lot of people won't tell you that, but most people fall out, and at some point, y'all go y'all separate ways. Whether it be about money, whether it be about control, whether it be about who own the platform, all of that stuff, right? Number three, you're not guaranteed to be successful, but if you want to be successful, then you're going to have to put everything you have into it and never miss, especially in the beginning when you're just starting. See, I can miss now and people don't understand because I've already built up a following. I've built up an audience. But if you miss, just know you are not doing yourself a blessing. Here's one of the biggest things that I'm going to tell you, and I'm just giving you general information. Here's what I'm giving you. Now, if you can get through all of this and you still want to do it, shoot your shot, big dog. But here's the final thing that I'm going to tell you. Once you start telling your opinion online, you can't get it back. It's going to live online forever. So whatever you do, be sure that that's what you actually want to do. So many people want to get online. They want to get on TikTok. They want to get on YouTube. They want to get on Instagram. And then when somebody like me or somebody in the audience send it to me and say, Anton, you should check this out. What do you think about what they said about this? Then they want to try to put the genie in a bottle. They want to reach out to you and tell you, hey, can you please not put that up? Wow, I'm just showing you what you said, and then I'm giving my thoughts on what you said. Why wouldn't I want to put it up? So if you decide that this is what you want to do, I've had women around me, women that I know, women that are near and dear to me say, Anton, this person asked me, could I come on their podcast? Can I do their show? What do you think? And I said, absolutely not. But they only talking about this? Absolutely not. But they only doing it? Absolutely not. No, the answer is no for you. you really don't want this life. I promise you. If you want to keep your job, if you want to do this, you want to do that, because you're going to start traversing certain topics, and it may not go the way that you want it to go, and the people may not react to it the way that you want them to react to it, because you don't really know what these YouTube streets is like. These YouTube streets is rough. These YouTube streets are rough. Most people not built for it. Most people are not built for it. I've seen the toughest people break down. I've seen the strongest people break to their knees and reach out to me and say, hey man, can you please, my girl is giving me a hard time, bro. So if you can overlook all of that, then shoot your shot. I wonder, is the black liberals, and listen, this is what I tell people a lot of times. Do what you would do for free. That way you're consistent at it. Because if you love it, then you'll do it for free. And then you may get paid for it later on. I wonder, is the black liberals are mad at Trump gave HBCUs $500 million in funding. Well, let me go and look at that. I'll go and check that out. Mr. Lot says, wait, did the translator make the right request? What if he translated something different? I don't know. Mr. Lot. Blockbuster or Hollywood Video? My dad liked Hollywood. I liked Blockbuster. But I liked the local ones. The local ones was better because the local ones actually had stuff that the big chains didn't have. Right? So you wasn't going to be able to go and rent the Faces of Death at the local ones. I mean, at the big chains. You wasn't going to be able to do that. So I liked the more local ones. We used to have local video stores. Man, we had so much good stuff. You had to actually go and leave the house. You are 1,000% correct about Faces of Death. Absolutely, Great Way. It was crazy. Congratulations, you won. Can state laws be enforced on federal agents? I don't know. We're going to find out. Shout out to PJ. I appreciate you for the super chat. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. What else we want to talk about today? How many stories did we do? What did we do? We talked about ICE. We talked about the hanging. We talked about the sideshow. I told y'all about sideshow. And there was one more. I think I did 4. I do 4 or 5. I don't remember. I don't know. But I want to go over to Memphis. All right. I want to switch over to Memphis really quickly. And let's talk about Memphis. Did I do 4 or 5? I really need to start keeping track and acting like I got some sense. Let's go over to Memphis really quickly because I am starting to, like everybody else, I am starting to become more interested in Memphis. Now, here's the thing. When you get the visibility, you may not necessarily like what you see. I've always left Memphis. You said Memphis is bad. It's like a baby Chicago. I've always left Memphis alone because I've always wanted to be, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm a little biased when it comes to Memphis. I am a little biased when it comes to Memphis. Why am I? Yeah, Family Video. I used to like Family Video. I am a little biased when it comes to Memphis because, and it's going to sound stupid, it's because I like Nashville so much. I was always holding out hope for one day, and y'all have heard me mention it on this platform. I've always held out hope for Memphis. My goal was to eventually get down to Memphis because they said, no, man, Memphis got the best barbecue. No, man, it ain't in Memphis. It's down here in Texas. And so on and so forth. It's up in St. Louis. And so, man, I said, man, I want to go to Memphis. I want to go to Memphis. I can't wait to head down to Memphis. I want to go to Memphis. Oh, Adrien Broner. Yeah, I did talk about Adrien Broner. You're right. And so I've always wanted to go to Memphis because I've wanted to experience it. And I was saying to myself, hopefully I have the similar experience in Memphis as I had in Nashville. In Nashville, their best hotel. Can anybody tell me the best hotel in Nashville without looking it up? In 10 seconds. What's the best hotel in Nashville? The best hotel in Nashville is the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. The Gaylord Opryland Hotel in Nashville. The first time that I went to Nashville, I was actually there for work. And I think I went there while I was going to the University of Michigan. And I was documenting it. I was paying attention. And I said, man, this place is nice. The Gaylord Opryland is the best hotel in Nashville, bar none. It was one of the most incredible hotels that I had ever been to in my entire life. So I was holding out hope, and I said, well, I want to go over to Nashville. You know what I mean? Over to Memphis. And I want to see what's happening over in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Why are y'all saying it's breaking news? Utah County DA briefs ahead of Charlie Kirk murder suspect court appearance. Yeah, I don't care about that. Ain't nothing to watch home in that type of time. Anyways, let's go ahead and dig into it. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. This is what's happening over in Memphis right now, y'all. Ahead of the Trump administration, obviously deploying the National Guard, this is what Memphis people are doing and what they're saying.
According to Memphis police, 7 shootings have been reported since last Friday morning, one incident leading to a homicide in South Memphis. But it's one shooting incident that happened during broad daylight Saturday morning that has some Memphians wondering if the National Guard will make any real change. A shooting in broad daylight near A.W. Willis Avenue and Front Street in downtown Memphis Saturday morning has some Bluff City residents wondering if the National...
Y'all different, bro. Y'all got it. You got it. Y'all different over in Memphis, bro. Ahead of the National Guard, you pull your car over and in the middle of the intersection, you didn't even put it in park, it's rolling away. Y'all pull the switches out and you start letting it fly. And in the daytime, in the morning, on a Saturday morning, middle of the street. I didn't know y'all was built like this in Memphis. I thought y'all was, honestly, I didn't know that Memphis was this. I didn't know that Memphis was this. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and stay home. Y'all jumping out the whip on a Saturday with all of these cameras out here and letting it go with white t-shirts on. You got it. AM, you got me. AM, I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt, though. I don't want this. This is not what I'm looking forward to. This is not what I wanted to see. I wasn't expecting to drive down the street and see dudes jump out the car, ghost ride the whip, and pull out the choppers and start letting loose on somebody on the middle of a Saturday morning? On Saturday morning? I don't even wait till it gets dark outside? Okay. All right. You right. Y'all won. Y'all 100% won. Let me give you the round of applause. Y'all won. My Memphis people, well, I don't know what y'all call yourselves. Memphians? Is it Memphians? We Detroiters. I know they say Chicagoans. Memphians. Y'all different, bro. Y'all a different breed. That's crazy.
National Guard coming will change the city's crime reputation.
No, it ain't gonna bring the change that we need to see, but it might help with the crime a little bit. But change, it's gonna take more than some police to come down here for to change the city.
We're going to Memphis.
It's gonna take y'all country bumpkins like this too? All right, so let me know. Everybody in Memphis got gold teeth? Gold all on my chains. Gold all on my rings. Gold all on my watch. Don't believe me, just watch it. Y'all like this in Memphis? Jesus, y'all country bumpkins and y'all shooting up everything? Hey, did the majority, because I know when I went over to, what city was I in where a lot of people had gold teeth? It was like everybody had gold teeth. It might have been New Orleans. Is this the type of man that y'all looking for down there? This is what y'all got down there in Memphis? I know in Detroit, we get money. We a hustler city. We don't really care what you about. We ain't even really on that gang stuff at all. We on some hustler type time. Detroit, we about the money. That's all we about. We trying to get money. We trying to figure out how to spend it, where to spend it, and how to get some more money. Y'all on some different type of junk down south. Y'all, man, nothing gonna affect the crime coming here. And ain't no police coming in here stopping what we got going on here in Memphis. I didn't even know that y'all was this country. Y'all country like this in Memphis?
It's going to take more than some police to come down here for to change the city.
We're going to Memphis.
Since President Trump uttered these words on Friday, according to Memphis police, 7 shootings were reported. In 3 of those cases, MPD made an arrest. One resulted in a homicide. Memphis resident Asaya Cobb claims the shooting incident on Saturday morning will continue with or without troops being deployed to the area.
I do feel like crime happens everywhere, but I just think it was crazy that it just happened in broad.
Yes, y'all call yourself the Memphites? Is it the Memphites? Say, AD, do you like the dirty South? Nope. I don't like nothing dirty.
Daylight like that. And I think these are target shootings, not just going on a rampage on people.
Joel Simpson, a lifelong Memphis resident, believes the troops coming to Memphis is a waste of financial resources.
I don't think that it's actually about trying to help Memphis at all. I think that it's posturing and bullying, and it's completely unnecessary.
It's always a white apologist every time. This is why y'all keep talking so much. Let me snap. It's Tuesday, so we got a few more days before we can start cursing on the show. All right, no cursing. This is why black people feel compelled to talk so much crap. It's because y'all got white people that give y'all validation and give you the battery inside of your back. And so you feel as though this white apologist is on your team. She's not. She's against you. Don't tell me about bullying when you got people hopping out the car in the middle of the street spraying everything down. Ain't no such thing as bullying. The bullies got the guns. I think it's bullying, and I think it's not necessary for you to bring the National Guard. And it doesn't make sense for them to erode our democracy like this. Do you see what happened? It wasn't nothing democratic that happened in the streets. They jumping out the car, letting everything go, not even aiming right. Do. They not playing no games with you. Bullying. Bro, every person that decides that they want to protest on behalf of not getting the National Guard into these cities, all of these fake protesters that go back to they area, go back to your city, go back to your nice suburban home outside of the city, I think that they should be dropped in the hood for at least a week and told to survive. I think that they should be dropped in the hood for at least a week and told to survive. If you can make it through, then that means that you can start to protest and advocate for it. And they don't even walk through the hoods that got all of the crime when they protest. They walk through the safest part where the most police officers are. And this is like here in Detroit. I remember when they was protesting Elon Musk, right? In the midst of all of the Department of Government Efficiency, when Trump just got into office for the second time for the inauguration. And I seen a bunch of white people, a bunch of old white people. And I said, what they doing in my neighborhood? Because, I live in the city. There are zip codes that is the most prosperous. And so I just so happen to be in that zip code. That is where my corporate apartment is. And I looked down, and so I went downstairs and I said, hey, guys, who are all of these undesirables walking up and down the street? Who are all of these undesirables? And they were beeping at Canada. Yeah, Canada. The Canadians was on the other side of the water, and we was on this side. And I could see the Canadians waving the Canadian flag. And they would say, we're standing with you, Canada. We're standing with Canada, Canadians. And they walked through the Renaissance Center out to the river walk in the gym. And I said, oh, y'all not really about this life. You're not really about this life because you believe that you're making a change sitting here walking in the safest areas of the city. Yeah, you're walking right past the police headquarters. You're right here. You're right over there. I said, concierge, who are all of these undesirables? Oh, those people, they're protesting. They're protesting the Department of Government Efficiency and tariffs against Canada. Our neighbors, Canada over there. I say, they not coming in here, are they? No. I think they're just going to stay over there. We got the police over here to prevent them from being able to go over there. They got a certain path that they can go by, and then they got to go back down to their cars. So, okay. All right. As long as the undesirables continue to do that. And it was a bunch of paid protesters, white apologists, hardly very, very little people. Maybe one or two black people, but I think one of them was a reporter and another one was a YouTuber. All white people. And a majority black city protesting through the city. Now, they not going to go over to HP. I see zero protesters on the east side down 7 Mile. Zero. None. Not one. Not a protester in sight. Walk down 7 Mile, these tumbleweeds. Wom, wom, wom. Why y'all not protesting in the places that's the killings is happening? That's what I'm trying to understand. Where are the protests in the place where we need the protests to go? Wom, wom, wom. See, I don't stop my car. See, y'all trying to figure out where I learned not to stop my car at the lights. I just do a rolling stop. Rolling stop. Because you got to make a move. You got to make a move. You don't stop at stoplights, especially past a certain time. You either do a rolling stop, look both ways, or if it's something happening, you make a right, and then you go back around, and then you come, but you don't stop moving. You don't stop moving. You do a rolling stop. Why they ain't over there on Zug Island? Huh? I don't pay no attention to these people. I'm so tired of them butting their heads and stuff that they're not familiar with. The places that we need the National Guard at the most, they don't be around. They don't be around. They don't. They straight up don't be around. They talk a lot. They have a lot to say. They always butting their heads in. Okay, guys, I think it's undemocratic. Ma'am, please step away from the microphone. We don't want to hear your opinion anymore. The thing about white people. Shout out to my whites. Y'all gonna get this work too. The thing about white people is so funny. Because I'm starting to gentrify some poor whites in their neighborhoods. And they trying to figure it out too, just like y'all. For some reason, y'all think they any different than y'all. It's a lot of poor whites. Going to Walmart and whatever your suburban Walmart is. Going to your suburban Walmart, you'll see them all in there. Missing teeth, always getting Miller High Life. Holding it down right there. Only reason that they still there is because it's the house that their mama and their grandmother and their great-grandmother lived in. Is so small and they so scared of getting gentrified. They so scared of the urban development coming into their neighborhoods, and the developers, they buy up the small houses and then they rebuild them, and they trying to figure out how to hold on for dear. Like, oh my God, I was gonna think property taxes going up. They everywhere. They trying to figure it out just like you. They're trying to listen. They're trying to figure it out just like you. They wear pajamas in Walmart. They go and they get into bed with the same pajamas on that they wore in Walmart. Usually they have a cat or two or three or four or five, and they always have a dog that got diabetes. They are always at the pharmacy trying to get some kind of diabetes medicine for their dog. And a lot of times they care more about their pet than they care about their kids. Mm-hmm. Yep. They out there. They out there. Oh, listen. When I go on tour and I start doing my little improv, I'm gonna tell you what they live like. It's different. Always on a dirt road, never paved. That's why they got them big pickup trucks. Y'all keep asking, why do white people all drive pickup trucks that's jacked up? Because that's their Rolls Royce. That's their Rolls Royce. 100%. Because that means they can get through the woods. Always like being out on the water with no deodorant on, laying out, smelling like Bologna. White girls keep on pulling all of their panties out of their butt every time they walk, and they be flabby. He looking at you, looking at his girl. I don't want her. I did not order flapjacks today. And I certainly don't want a briefcase booty around me right now. Always pulling a bikini out. Got the American flag on they swimsuit. The flag on their pickup truck. We don't need a bunch of house. We spend our time at the beach. I got you. Shout out to my white folks. I love y'all. I love white people. I love black people. Everybody got to get this work. Shout out to my white people who are afraid. Because I'll be making offers. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I see what you're doing over there. You're developing? You're moving in? Nah, I'm not moving in. I built that one. I'm going to put somebody in it. You looking for a place to stay? Ready to upgrade? Well, what do you mean? Well, listen, you can pay me rent. Move in here. I'll buy your house from you. And then we'll figure it out from there. What you looking for? This is my great grandma's house. Listen, you want the amenities or you want to continue to play games? Listen, I tell you what, here's my number. Give me a call when you get done arguing with your wife. Grandpa in the window looking to see what I want. Moving slow. It's all right. I'm going to catch Grandpa when I see him the other day. Every time I pull up, the dog bark. Woo, 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 woo. I'm telling you what really happens out here. This is real life. This is real life. Woo, 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 woo. And see, I'm the type of person, I don't just ignore you. When I see guys, oh man, drove down the street, seeing Grandpa, I just walk up to him. Hey, what's going on? Hey, you need some help? He just looking for a friend. He not even really racist. That's what y'all don't even realize. When you talk to these people, they're not really racist. They're neglected. Look. This is the thing that black people don't realize because y'all don't spend enough time around white people. I get a mixture of both. White people, most of them that you think is racist, even the ones that think that they're racist, they're not really racist. They just isolated. Bro, listen, you talk to that white man that's been cooped up in that house all day and the only exercise that he got was to get out and go and get the mail. He gonna be your best friend. You check on him. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Johnson? Hey, Anton, how you doing? Oh man, I love that truck. I love it. I love that truck. He liked me more than he liked his own son. His son is jealous of me now. I thought my dad didn't even like white people. That's what he told me. I said, no, your dad loved black people. He just don't like you. He didn't know that he liked me more than he likes you because you don't like him. Tell my lawnmower guy, hey, hit Mr. Johnson's lawn over there too. I don't want him out here struggling. I see you cut my grass the other day, Anton. Oh man, I appreciate it. He'll give you anything you want. Trying to get you to marry his daughter that's a single baby mama with 5 kids. You ever thought about Susan? You know Susan? I said, Susan, your daughter? Susan. Yeah, Susan. She's really got a lot of bad apples. So that's what y'all don't know. White men are bad apples too. She's got it. White men are the real pookies because they was the first ones to get their household, child support court, passport bros. Y'all just copycats of white people. Listen to what I'm telling you. Look, give me a second. I know that this is the Millionaire Derailment Show, but give me a second. Black people are copycats of white people, and that's why white people feel compelled to be black apologists because they know that you just copied from them. Y'all late. Everything y'all do is 100 years late. I'm a passport bro. Man, that nigga been, man, when I went over, they been busting down chicks with their little penis for so long. And they don't feel like they can get judged. See, the white chicks over here act like black women. They just got white voices. And white women and black women now talk the same. They just got different verbiage. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same as intersecting. They all single baby mamas. They all been messing around. They all been busting it down for a real one. And they all want to record you when they're ready to leave you. They were all getting divorced. Yeah, they all getting divorced. 100%. And so these guys, they've gotten divorced. They passport bros. They don't feel like anybody is going to judge their penis. And so they go over here to these other countries and they live it up. And most of the time they never come back. And y'all just follow right on behind. I'm a passport bro too, except for you brought your weed smoke and all of that. And they see you like, oh my God, there goes the neighborhood. I was trying to have my Thai woman. Bro, white people, that's the part that people are missing. This is why this country is so divided. I'm explaining it to you right now. The reason that this country is so divided is because you think that you are different from them, but they are the same as you. White people are going through it financially. Black people are going through it financially. White women are getting divorced. Black women are trying to figure out how they can be like white women and get divorced. And everybody is in shambles. And so that's why you see people trying to figure it out. Newsflash. People that are successful don't give a fuck about racism. The only people that care about racism is people that have too much time on their hands and is not as productive as possible. People that have money, don't matter if you're black or white, they care about classism. They don't play the same game as you. And so when I see black people and white people down here arguing and going back and forth about who's the most racist and who's not and who's going to give reparations, ain't nobody got nothing. And they all arguing with each other because they all frustrated and they know that they one paycheck away from losing everything. Her credit score is trash. Your credit score is trash. You scam one way, they scam the other way. They got baby mama drama. You got baby mama drama. They all go on YouTube and go and type into some of these lives. Go on YouTube and type in some of these lives. Go look at the white people. I brought them up here a couple years ago. I did a bunch of live streams where I would go in and I would check out the white people. Bro, they're broke. Go to your local Walmart. Go to your local watering hole. Go where the steel plant is and then drive around the neighborhood. It's up, bro. It's messed up. Everybody is going through the same thing. And so in order to justify what you're going through, you need somebody to blame. So black people hate white people, even though white people ain't thinking about black people until black people mention white people. Now, white people need somebody to make the enemy. And so in order to not take accountability for the circumstance that they find themselves in, they want to blame black culture and say, oh my God, I'm going to move out to the Ozarks by myself. Go move to the Ozarks. Ain't nothing going to change. You still taking you with you. Everybody hate everybody because ain't nobody getting no money right now. When the money is flowing, ain't no racism. You notice that? It ain't till the economy start messing up. When people start getting laid off, then it's, oh my God, I can't believe it. Now you want to restart the reparations conversation. Only poor people talk like that. Only poor people talk like that. Racism conversations happen when people are broke. You start paying attention to things you ain't never seen before. It happens in your own household. Notice how your girl get a lot more irritating or how your man get a lot more irritating when there ain't no money to be sent. Y'all got to spend some time together. People hated each other during the pandemic because they couldn't get away from each other. He becomes a pookie and a narcissist all of a sudden when the money stopped flowing in. When y'all got to start tackling, if he got to have that talk with you, hey, babe, I want to start getting out of debt. I want to prepare ourselves and get things together. Now you feeling some type of way about it. Because now he's going to tamp down on your spending. So all of the little petty things start coming into play. When you got money, all that junk roll off your back. I'm going to tell you something. Having money will keep you from getting divorced. Are we derailed yet? Are we having real conversations? Are we fully derailed yet? Having money will keep you from getting divorced. You know what? We just need a cool down period. We just need a cool down period. You know what? Let's go to shopping. Let's figure it out. Let's take our time. The stakes is much higher now because she got to figure out, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. I ain't trying to leave my good thing. Stakes is higher. You start figuring out alternative solutions on how you can handle things better and differently and stuff. Having money will keep you from getting divorced. Now, I'm not telling you that it's the end all be all because plenty of people get divorced without money, but it's at a much lower rate. A much, much lower rate. What's the number one reason why people break up? What's the number one reason why people get divorced? It ain't infidelity. It ain't hate. It ain't narcissism. It ain't abuse. It ain't domestic violence. It's money. It's money. So for all of y'all that think that you hate white people, go and get some money. It'll change your narrative. It'll change your perspective because you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone in order to do it. You can't get it in the same spaces that you feeling comfortable in. You ain't, even if you think you got some money, you ain't even really seen real money. You have not seen real money in real life. For all of the people that think that they actually stand for the pro-black and all of this stuff, go get you a bag. I mean a real bag. Because your whole perspective is going to change about life. It's going to open up your eyes to the matrix and you're going to see life differently. You know what? Wait a minute. What? Hold on. They really don't hate me like that. They not tripping off of you. They tripping off of them. They trying to figure out how to go get some more money, how to save on their taxes, what it is that they need to do in order to make sure that they get this deal through. They don't have no time to think. You think they sit up in the crib all day, black people and white people. You think they sit up in the crib all day worried about whether or not you hate them? Don't nobody care about you. Nobody care about nobody. The only reason that racism actually exploded in the United States of America is because they started messing up the money. It's because they looked at slaves as a commodity. It was something to generate a revenue. You start messing up the money, I hate you, nigga. Racism is not real, it's perceived, it's created in order to make sure that people that are poor stay fighting while the rich people continue to get all of the resources. The only reason that they started caring about whether or not they wanted to enslave black people is whether or not they could capitalize off of it. It was a money play. They didn't hate you just for hating you. They hated the fact that you wasn't making as much money for them as they wanted to, and so they had to breed you. Everything is about money. The word of God don't say that racism is the root of all evil or hating people is the root of all evil. It said you'll never understand jealousy and money, the love of it, meaning that you'll do anything to get it is the root of all evil. You hate your own. You'll rob the person that's sitting next to you when they look just like you, and that ain't got nothing to do with their color. It got something to do with capitalism. We justify it when it comes to white versus black and black versus white because we need a reason to continue to keep that hate in our hearts, but that was planted in you from a capitalistic opportunity and people taking advantage of the opportunity to enslave black people. It was even black slavers. It was black slavers. Now, why didn't they kill the people that was owning plantations and enslaving black people? How come they didn't go after them too? Why did they look at them differently? Because it was an economic opportunity to do commerce and trade with them. It was always about this. It was always about this. Because if it ain't about this, then I don't have no need for you. So now you got the seed planted in your heart. And so you keep on making sure that you say, my people, my people. Who is your people? Who is your people? You're correct, Joshua. Slavery didn't start here. Guess what? Slavery has been in existence since the beginning of this earth. I don't even think that there's a group of people that haven't been enslaved. Capitalism is not corrupt, Joseph. The love of money. Capitalism isn't perfect. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. It's when you exceed or do more than you're supposed to, or you're willing to go to the bottom of the bottom, or you're willing to scam people, or you're willing to do things differently, or you're willing to, remove an opportunity from somebody in order to get more for yourself. That's when that's not capitalism. That's greed. That's greed. The structure of capitalism, like anything, it's like the internet. The internet is not a bad place. The people that participate on the internet for the wrong reasons make it a bad place. They still got slaves over there. Where you think you go over there? Listen, all of y'all fake. It's a lot of fake people. It's a lot of fake people because I don't see you vacationing in Africa. I see you vacationing in Dubai. You can't wait to go to the UAE. You know how the UAE was built up. You know how Dubai was built up. You know that it was a slave culture that built that place up, and then they would bust them in and ship them back out in order to build this place up. But you ain't trip about that. You just went over there and enjoyed it, and you took your Instagram pictures, and you got your strawberries, and you took your girl over there, and you had a good time. You ain't trip about it. You wasn't worried about the history of these countries and how they were built up. You know what you did? You enjoyed it. You know why? Because you wanted to. And you intentionally overlooked the history of that country, even though you know that it's there. You overlooked it intentionally because it didn't. Hey, listen, it ain't my fault. Ain't my problem. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It is a construct that has been given to you in order to keep you impoverished, and you don't even know it. You are a slave to your own mind. It's fake. What about all of the people that died? And they didn't trip about them. They just told them to keep working. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's fake outrage. But you don't want your matrix to be broken. You don't want somebody to give you more information that forces you to think differently. And so what do? You hold on to it. You hold on to your broken mindset because you don't know anything differently. And if we were to take that away from you, if we was to take away your excuses, you would be forced to do better. But you don't have to be forced to do better because you got a bunch of people in an echo chamber around you making you feel good about yourself. And they say, normalize this. Normalize this. Acknowledge this. Acknowledge that. So we can't take that away from you because then you would be broken and you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. Boo. Anyways, make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off your life. Let me read some of these super chats. Y'all know we got after hours tonight, right? Y'all know we got after hours tonight, right? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll teach you what true freedom looks like. Double O, Memphis ain't bad, y'all. Reporters just give it a bad rap. I seen them shooting on the street. You can't fool me. Islands. Oh, look at my girl. Island Styley says, meet up in Nashville, Tennessee soon. I'm with it. I'm with it. I love Nashville. Nikki P says, how can a person with 2 broken arms, a broken leg, beaten and bruised be considered no foul play? Well, Nikki P, I've researched that, and I don't know where y'all got that from. I don't know where you're hearing it from. I don't know if y'all playing a game of telephone. I have not seen it. I have not seen that at all. And so the minute that I get some more information, I will convey it over to you. Magnetar says, my homie from high school back in Buffalo, New York, was found in Memphis back in 2006. Case was featured on 48 Hours. Rest in peace to Sean Ellington. That's sad, bro. Manny says, the woman needs to get up under a sun. Skin is white as hell. Brinson Ladd says, you said it for me. As a Michigander, I love to visit Nashville. I visit twice a year. I love Nashville. Love Curly Hair says, you will be so good in a telenovela. It's a telenovela. Let me see what you're talking about. Telenovela. Oh, is that one of them shows? Oh, okay. That's one of them shows. The Mexican shows, a telenovela. All right. I'm ready. Give me my debut. Listen, I'm an actor. A lot of people don't realize that I'm an actor. I can yawn on spot. I can cry on spot. I can give it to you. And cut. And I don't even get out of character when I'm on set. Main law, they keep trying to get me in some Tubi movies. I was like, man, I'm not being in no Tubi movie. Anton, they risk their lives every day getting dressed to go to Walmart. Facts. And putting their nose rings in. Rashonda Blackwell says, the dog has diabetes. I can't. Why are you trying to get me out? Put out of my job, sir. They do. Damn near peed on myself. Good show, sir. You're welcome, Rashonda. I'm glad that I was able to entertain you. Carrington Love Jr. says, yo, Anton, I saw Candace Owens live stream yesterday covering the Charlie Kirk shooter. Man, I promise she made $500,000 in super chats. It was crazy. Red. She killing them. Yeah, Candace Owens is running up a bag. Rashida Howard says, facts about whites. When I bought my house, old lady across the street brought me a plate of cookies to introduce herself. She saw my mom gardening in the yard and she came out with her tools to help. Telling y'all, man, most people ain't racist like y'all think that they are. 392Q in the building. I appreciate you for the fireball. Mr. Joe says, black man named Anthony Johnson was the first legal slave owner in America. Izzy says, thanks, Anton, for opening up my eyes. 392Q says, Tyler Robinson has just been charged with aggravated murder and is seeking a death penalty. 50% Simp is in the building. Shout out to 50% Simp. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Anton got the worst Spanish ever. That's all right. Apple coming out with their new iPhones this week at the end of the week in 3 days. Oh, the new Apple store downtown. The downtown Apple store is opening up on the 19th also. I'm going to buy my iPhone from there. Yeah. The new Apple store is opening up downtown Detroit right next to Shinola Hotel and the new Hudson site. It looked incredible. I heard it looked really incredible. Some of the people that had some inside views told me that it looks incredible. All right, you trying to get me, Tia Marie. Let's see if we can fix it. Because I Love You is pronounced telenovela. Telenovela. Ay. Can I order some telenovela? When I get my Apple, my new iPhone, and my new AirPods, they do automatic translation in my ears. And so I ain't going to have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? What up, though? Chilling. What's the word? I gave you everything inside of the thing. We don't need a bill of sale. Just transfer it. Why don't you just take the title down and don't show them the other part. Just take the title. All right, hold on one second. All right, y'all. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Carrington Love Jr. says, I was in a gas station this morning in South Carolina, and I was just standing and looking at the white poverty in there. Let people have no idea how poor the other side is. A lot of y'all doing a lot better than y'all realize it. Anyways, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Make sure y'all come and check out Molly tonight on the show. Peace.